My mic was physically muted again because of course it is, and I can't.
No.
I know. I'm just bad at this. Anyway, let me start that over. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Sunset Grid. We've got a couple of cool things to talk about. First one up. I for this stream, I brought my Red Tiger Taekwondo jacket that Kelsey got for me a while ago. Which, by the way, just a few days ago on Tuesday was our 1-year engagement anniversary. So
yay!
I love
Yay!
Wonderful. Second, importantly, also as well, if you want any information for anything, any rules we use, any of information on the supplement, or want to see what's important in the world around you, please pay attention to the panels below, and also the information on the ticker that is scrolling across the screen at the bottom. Please let me know. I know we had some sound difficulties a couple weeks ago. I think I've rectified that this week, but do speak up if you are having issues and you are certain it's coming from our end. Thank you very much. Please just let us know in the chat. Today, we have mostly the same characters for the most part. Braden has brought a new character to the crew today, so I'm going to give him a chance to introduce that as well. In the meantime, this one-shot is Dorothy's Lab Digital Pursuit. The premise of this one-shot is, after if you watched or listened to the one-shot a couple of weeks ago, the party had a nice little vacation that was a little turbulent, should we say, on an airship cruise liner.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich, which the tickets of which were gifted to them by Reggie, the Neon Dragon. I believe that's right. No, not Neon. Laser Dragon. There's so many new dragon types in the supplement. It's so hard to keep up with them, but I love them all. Laser Dragon, who gifted them the tickets and is now calling them on that favor. They are going to go and assist one of his friends, Dorothy Gogol Jackson, who is one of the premier scientists on this face of the cube. She's developed many things, including, but not limited to, the Arcane Eye Network, and the glasses that go with that. The Arcane Eye Network is basically a video-based social networking site, not unlike how you may be viewing us right now. So, she needs help. She has some research that she is afraid might be compromised, and so Reggie, being a longtime friend, she has enlisted him to basically hire you guys out to come help her. Her laboratory is in super suburbia, which is just outside the outskirts of Neo Metro, which is in the center of this whole entire face of this cube. You are either currently in one of two places. You are either in Gary Allfour's Fire Brat, which is basically a hatchback muscle car, sports car. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, sports car.
There you go. Or you are in a station wagon, the driver's seat of which is currently occupied, and I will get to who that driver is in a moment. Let's start with Kelsey. I know you introduced your character last week. Do a quick little recap of who your character is and and where you are.
Okay, hi. My name is Kelsey. I am playing Stacy, the mythic bitch cheerleader paladin of Awesome. Where am I? I don't know. Where are we?
Well, currently you're on the road. You're driving past, in this little 2-car convoy, driving past many houses with elegantly manicured front lawns. You can see a garden gnome, a lawn flamingo every once in a while, but nothing too tasteless, shall we say. It's okay. You can say that the homeowners association for the relative neighborhood have all tried to instill some sort of we could say totalitarian design in the suburban aesthetic here. But
sorry, go ahead.
I apologize. You drive past a couple of gas stations, a few strip malls here and there.
I'm driving.
No, the whole crew. The whole crew is riding.
I was
past.
like, you don't want me to drive.
Let's hope. So you can currently be in the station wagon with this new NPC, which I've yet to describe, or you can be in the Fire Brat with Gary all four.
Which is the cooler car?
Definitely 100%. If you're not a parent,
It's got to be
the Fire Brat.
I'm in that one.
Okay, there we are.
And I'm reading my Bible, aka my Cosmo magazine.
Yes, the holy symbol of all paladins of awesome. Rat, how about you?
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm playing Rat, who is a street rat, hence the name. I can hack reality, but as of like 3 weeks ago, how long ago was our cruise, pals?
God. I'd say, you know what? Because real time is so easy to keep track of. It was 2 weeks ago.
So I've been able to hack reality for about 3 weeks now. It's pretty exciting. I'm still getting the hang of it. And I'm riding in the passenger seat of the station wagon with my booted feet on the dash and a hand on my short sword.
Sick.
Absolutely dope.
Trusting no one and nothing about this town. Unnatural shit. I don't think this is normal.
And what are you playing, Allison? I apologize if you already mentioned that.
I'm an apogee, so that gives me the ability to do some hacking, some reality hacking.
Reality hacking. Excellent. Very cool. Thank you very much.
Oh, mercenary. Apogee mercenary.
That's right. Oh yeah, and I thought of some additional background information for that for you, which I'd like to talk about at some point.
Okay.
Brayden, your character name has changed. I see that Sparky is no longer underneath your frame. So who are you? What are you doing? Where are you?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, everybody. I made Adam's job a little harder. I ended up. I ended up pulling out my main, where I'm using my main now. This is the original character that I created when Adam and I first started talking about the Retroverse. My character's name is Zen. I am a human, part cyborg, which is kind of a common theme amongst this group. And my class is a henshin. I don't really want to explain what that is for the audience. Maybe we'll leave that as a surprise for the future. But yeah, so my name's Zen. I'm very much this kind of space cowboy-esque character, and I have a friend with me as well. Their name is Rocky. Rocky is a panther, is a mechanical panther. Basically, this like very sleek-looking panther that is completely made out of machines and like whirring like pistons and gears and all that. So that's Rocky, so he's along for the journey as well. And I think currently right now Zen and Rocky are probably on the roof of the station wagon, like riding on the roof of the station wagon.
Beautiful and dope. You can see as the station wagon drives by, you can see just this one who could it be? Let me pick a new Retroverse ancestry we haven't run into. What have we run into lately? Oh yes, okay. So you see this one. Well, we've run into a Wonari, but still, you see this one Wonari, which is more of has a canine ancestry, so longer snout. Driving a sort of like steering lawnmower out in the front lawn, wearing a wife beater, sort of driving. He's looking at the panther on the top of the station wagon, and he's not paying attention as he just straight plows over one of the flamingos, and you see pink just fly everywhere. And his husband comes out and just starts berating him for like all this shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I bought that last week at Rugs, Rags, and Riches. What are you talking about?
Beautiful.
As we go by, I tip my hat to him, and I pet Rocky.
Right.
Give him a couple of pats.
Excellent. Relena, what are you and where are you?
Hi, I'm Relena Bentley. I'm a monk. I'm a human, also part Borg. I want to give a heads up to anyone watching. If I seem to magically disappear, or if I have to ask questions about something that someone said that already happened, it's because my connection is very poor right now. So just so you guys know what's going on with all of that. Kelsey, where did you say you were sitting in the fun?
In the fun car. I could be wherever. I don't care. I could be in the front seat or the back seat, whatever you want.
Okay, I want to be in the front seat because, tell me if you're down, Michael, my dad asked you to try giving me driving lessons again. So I'm in the front seat with you, just asking a million questions.
Oh,
Which is fine because we're going to do it this way. You're not getting behind the wheel of the car that I just got back from impoundment. So this is fine.
Okay, but what's a turn signal?
Just watch and learn.
Is it arrow or is it that number? What do those numbers mean? What's the F? Why is the E? Does it have to do with gas?
You see the station wagon in front of us? It's the signal they didn't just use when they should have.
Okay. So sometimes. Okay.
Thank you.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank y'all. You've given me beautiful inspiration for a scene transfer as soon as we get done introducing Mike's character, Gary Alt 4. Please.
Right. So Gary Alt 4, he's a half elf from the Riviera. He's basically Geralt from The Witcher by way of Magnum PI. The Tom Selleck Magnum PI, full mustache and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
And so he's a glitch hunter, which is basically like, ranger hunts monsters that I guess are called glitches. I don't know. I haven't really figured that part out, but it looks good in the business card. So, and he's is very happy to be back in his car. Very happy to have. Well, probably doesn't have any money in the bank now because he had to get his car out of impoundment. So, he's happy to be helping out Reggie for the the favor that Reggie maneuvered them into owing him. So, and he's driving. And he's driving the car. The fire brat.
Cool. Speaking of the station wagon that didn't make the turn signal, for those who don't know the station wagon, you see driving hands at 10 and 2, like a law-abiding citizen. This sweater wearing a button-down over a button-down shirt, bald, bespectacled gentleman behind the wheel. He is in the middle of making a turn. You hear loud honking and yelling from the right. It seems that there is a minivan, and it rolls down, and you see a void rye with a Karen haircut just yelling at him, making the turn signal. And he's like, "Oh, well, it's good to see. Neighbors are always friendly here in this neighborhood." And he just continues to make the turn, and you all get the fact that he's completely oblivious to the situation. Since we're to me, I guess I might as well get my... Oh no, I can't slap bracelet! I can't slap bracelet. Oh, that's a Twitch fail. There we go. And there we go. There we are. So, he makes the turn. He just makes small talk. He's been making small talk, talking about the weather and things like that throughout most of this drive. But here he brings up an interesting statement. He says, "Well, I'm so glad all of you people here to tutor my little Dorothy. She's gonna be a whip-smart person in college one of these days."
Yes.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
it's nice that people can afford college.
Oh yes, you know what? We don't have to pay a dime. She's so smart. She's already gotten grants and things like that. She met with the mayor of Neo Metro one time. I tell you, he looks in the rearview mirror. Whip smart, that one.
Yes, what a privilege. How very nice.
He takes your statements in stride, but you can see a little bit of a look in his eye where he recognizes he could be a bit officious in his pride, but he says, anyway, we're so grateful that you all can come and help her with her what was it, biology, I believe it was.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, the little whippersnapper, she can build a computer with her hands tied behind her back, but...
there's a... watch the...
That's just the president of the Homos and Owners Association.
Gosh.
I'm sure I'll be getting in a letter in the mail for that one.
First time in a car. This is Rat's first time in a car on a street.
Oh my
God.
Patients are fine. Car. What is this town? She's never left the city except to go on a spaceship a few weeks ago.
So I guess I should give a little. So Super Suburbia is essentially miles and miles and miles and miles, just a vast plain of suburbs. They're each little subsections, little cul-de-sac. Yes, I know.
Yeah, we hate
this. Here and there. It's essentially take any suburb and make it the size of, I'd say, what's a good reference here?
Montana?
Yeah. How the fuck? I was literally thinking Montana. I'm not kidding you. I was literally thinking Montana as a size reference.
She's hacking reality.
Oh my God!
I forgot the surprise. Since we're talking about hacking, I have a little a pog here that I'm gifting to someone. This pog is these are little pogs that the creators of the Retroverse, Louis and Chris, have sort of created, and the one I'm giving you, which our viewers will be able to see on screen, but I'll just show you on camera and then read off the back because I'm afraid the writing on the picture might not be large enough. But here we go. This is the pog of Louis Abadias, who is the artist. You can find him in the information below and in the panels below. This is his little pog on the back. It says Retroverse Relic. Louis Abadias is the artist and concept warlock behind the Retroverse. He creates beautiful scenes through refined skill and unrestrained imagination. Play this token as a reaction to grant an instant natural 20 to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw influenced by charisma made by you or an ally. There is also a little caveat here. Once this token is used, it becomes inert for 1 real-world year. I'm going to shorten that just for the duration of these one-shots, just so if we ever want to run into this again, it's not completely drained. But anyway, that's available for our players to use if they're in dire straits from here on out until these one-shots. So there we are. You pull up to this one 2-story house that's sort of in the center of this cul-de-sac. And as you drive up to it, the station wagon pulls into the garage. Gary, you can pull your fire brat up behind it. The gentleman who introduces himself. I actually need to give this man a name. Why am I not giving the father a name? Who introduces himself as Timothy. Jackson. Timothy Jackson basically leads you all to the front door. takes out his keys, opens the lock, and lets you in. And inside you find basically a standard suburban home with late 80s aesthetic. So,
is this a prison? Is this a prison? Are people forced to live here?
Oh no, this is actually some of the best real estate in the entire Retroverse.
Oh, how
Is it free?
how privileged.
Is it free real estate?
It's real estate.
It's free real estate.
I'm sorry.
You hear, you can hear in the kitchen some clattering going about, and you see coming out. You can see this lady who walks out with a tray of finger sandwiches and little bitty glasses of soda. And she lays them down on the coffee table in the living room for everyone and says, "Oh, we'll take part. Come on, just take a glass. Sit down. Sit down. Our little Dorothy is right upstairs. So whenever you are ready to tutor, just have a little snack and go. She's waiting for you."
Little Dorothy, how old is she?
Oh, our little genius is 8 years old. Can you believe that? Already figured out how to write an anaconda, D-, and I'll be LMTH. Can you believe that? Already knows 3 computer languages.
I'm terrified.
Wow, she must be very privileged.
We think she was just kind of born with whatever smart she has. So I guess it's in the genes. And she sort of elbows Timothy a little bit.
And I'm looking at Gary. Like, should we leave?
Yes, but we're not going to.
Can I guard the front door? This is weird. I don't like it here. I don't like this.
Just
It is very. I will say, it is very awkward. It doesn't make sense.
I'm mumbling. I'm very quiet.
I'm just gonna very nervously eat a cucumber sandwich.
crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
Shove 5 of them into my pockets for later.
Why don't we go meet Dorothy?
Do you guys have sangria?
Yeah.
Actually, yes, we do.
Stacey, do you have sangria?
We keep it in the private cabinet, you know.
Oh my God, so cute.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is it all right if my compatriot Rocky over here, Rocky, you can say hi, and you see Rocky put his paw up and down. He's like, yeah, good boy, Rocky. Is it all right if Rocky comes up with me? He's me and him are kind of mentally linked, and I don't like to be away with him for too long.
You see Timothy bend down along with his wife, who introduces herself as Anne. You see them bend down. They are just in awe of Rocky. They say, "Oh, who's a good little kitty? Who's a good little kitty? This one is. This one is. Yes, he is. Question: Is your cat hypoallergenic?"
Well, seeing as Rocky here does not have any fur and is mostly made out of metal, yes, he would be hypoallergenic.
Excellent, because I'm just saying, our little Dorothy, for all her bonuses, she does have a cat allergy, a bit of a pet allergy. We're just trying to make sure she stays healthy.
Absolutely. I mean, as long as as long as she ain't worried about a couple oil stains here and there, I think we'll be all right. But I promise you, with a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of a rag and some soap, I promise you the oil will come up naturally.
They stare at you blankly and they say, "Great, excellent, very good."
We'll lay down some newspaper. It'll be fine.
As they finish petting Rocky, I hear in my mind, because Rocky and I can telepathically commune with each other. He says, "I swear to God, if one of them touches me again, I will bite a finger off." And I look at him. I'm like, "Oh, come on, Rocky. It's all right. They're just nice people. They don't know. Let's giddy up. Let's go on upstairs." And me and Rocky start heading upstairs.
I want to pet Rocky. Can I pet Rocky?
We're already up the stairs, so you got to do it.
There will be.
And
There will be many times available to pet Rocky.
I'm gonna deliberately walk through one of those oil spills and maybe track it on the carpet a little bit.
Wow.
A little bit.
Wow. What did these people do? Nothing.
These people were born with so much privilege, it makes me sick. Oh.
Oh my God, Rat, you should come to my house.
Don't go to her house.
I don't know. I kind of like our professional boundaries. I think I might keep it that way.
We're going to have a pool party at my house, and you're going to be our guest of honor.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what my birthday is, so we can't do that. Some of
We'll
us
pick a
are
birthday for you.
Oh God. Let's put a pin in that. We'll talk about that maybe maybe never.
Gucci.
So as you travel up the stairs, you notice the stairs are covered in like this semi-shag carpet. It might not have been ripped up yet from their transfer from shag carpet to linoleum flooring. You hear coming down the stairs from the first room on the right, which is just plastered with posters of heavy metal bands and rock bands, and scrawled in pen and marker, "Stay out, keep out, no parents allowed" on the right side. You just hear this like death metal music coming from this room as you near the top of the stairs.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Be like, Dorothy, would you mind opening the door? You don't necessarily have to stop the music. I'm hell yeah, metal yeah. I'm all about that. But Reggie sent us, so if you could just open the door, that'd be great.
Before you get to finish your sentence, the door violently swings open inside, and you're greeted with this teenager who just has extremely long curly hair. He is standing there with a nose ring on his left nostril. Just rows of earrings down the arch, not the arch. Oh, what's it called of the ear where it's not your earlobe is pierced, but the top part. What's that called? I'm so bad.
Oh, an industrial, like the bar.
Yeah. There you go. He has an industrial in his right ear, but he opens up and he says, "What do you want?" And you barely hear him over the music that's still blasting behind him.
Yeah, well, Reggie sent us. He said you needed some help.
Ugh. No, who's Reggie?
The laser dragon.
Are you looking for Dorothy?
Oh, is this not the room?
No, I'm her brother, Zeke.
Well, ain't there cow shit all over my face?
You hear from down the stairs. Watch your language now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Hey man, my mistake. So sorry. I just yeah.
Shuts the door in your face.
All right. Well, hell yeah, metal yeah. Rock on, dude.
Language.
And I'm gonna find the other door.
There is. There's another door at the end of the hallway that has on it just like what one would say is like first, second grade drawings of like unicorns and like horses and flowers and things like that. Just on the door. It seems painted a nice rosy pink-ish color.
I hear in my head, Rocky goes, and you thought that was the door? Like, why didn't you look? And I look at him and go like, Rocky, I mean, how was I supposed to know? I mean, I don't like to judge people on their taste, whatever, but you know what? You hush. You hush. And I just knock on that door.
So Rat's looking at the picture of the horse, like, what is that?
It is not anatomical. It is not, it doesn't look like a real horse. It looks like a mix of like what a dog, cat, horse thing might be. It's like just a big oval and a stick, and a little oval.
Oh,
I think it's a manatee.
Clearly we have a genius on our hands here.
Well, genius comes in all shapes and colors. So, I mean, like her parents said, she could really be good with technology. But man, you give a girl a crown, and she can't even color in the lines.
You're killing me.
God damn it. So you knock on the door. There is no answer.
I'm gonna knock again.
I'd like to kick the door in with my foot.
Okay.
What the hell, Rat?
To attack the door.
You ain't never heard about privacy?
I rolled a 12. Do I get the door in?
Roll damage. That's enough to hit the door.
I'm gonna kick it in with my boot.
Okay. Roll. Since this is unarmed, roll strength. Well, it's not a roll. It's your strength plus. It's 1 plus your strength. So whatever that is.
For a D4, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and make it a D4. Why not?
All right. So we got it. That's gonna be a 4.
Okay. You break the threshold of the door off, and the door swings violently open, and as it swings it hits a shelf, and you can see some journals, diaries, and a doll or two sort of fall off of the shelf and bounces onto the carpeted floor. It's a nice light blue, I would say a Tiffany blue carpet color there on the floor there. I just wanted to see what reaction.
Do you mean teal?
Yeah, teal, sure. Sorry, inside.
Seafoam green, if you will.
Seafoam green, if you will. Anyway, you find it empty, save for some dolls and standard effects of an 8-year-old child. You see a bed.
I say, oh shit. Oh shit, there's no one here.
That's a reasonable response.
Language.
She's not here. You can say what you want. Say whatever the heck. Heck.
Hey, you even censored yourself there, so I heard that.
I just destroyed property. I don't want if the cops come, I'm out. Mm-hmm. I'll meet up with you later. Might have been a little impulsive.
Well, pretty sure they'll be able to match that boot print. So,
I'll throw the boots in the nearest. That house down the block had a water feature. I'll toss it in there. I just feel very uncomfortable in the situation. I don't think this is natural in any way.
Fair enough. I want to step into the room.
Okay. What did the rest of you do?
I'm gonna pat Rat on the shoulder and be like, hey, do you want to go hang out with the brother? Maybe convert him to anarchy or something.
I'm just gonna guard the door. I'm gonna guard the door.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go in as well.
Okay.
Sure.
Rat, as you guard the door, are you standing inside or outside the room?
I'll be outside the door. I don't want to get my boots on the carpet.
Okay. Relena, what are you doing?
So, I'll say that I came up last, and I heard the exchange with the brother, and as people are like knocking and listening on what's going on with the unicorn door, I'm gonna knock on the brother's door again. And I essentially want to say to him, like, hey man, like, hey, I'm real sorry that your parents suck. If you want any drugs, here's a number.
He looks like he's 14, Charlotte.
You said a teenager.
True, fair. Holy shit. All right, he takes it.
Rosina has no morals. She's like a rich bitch. Like, she doesn't fucking know anything. She can't drive.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Ooh. Be like, I get it. I was there too. Except instead of heavy metal, I was really into Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
Listen, like, Stacey and I have stories we can tell you, but here, just call this number. They'll help you out. Adderall's great.
He real quickly, when you mention Cyndi Lauper, he switches the 8-track and plays Time After Time.
Oh!
Okay.
Aww.
He's a real Cyndi Lauper fan. So there you go.
Wait, don't listen to the radio today.
He's a real Cyndi Lauper stan.
He's a stan.
Excellent.
So I hear that like from the other room, and I just look over. I'm like, who the hell are these people?
Oh, good questions. Good questions. You're about to get some answers. So you hear from the bedroom, whoever's inside of the bedroom, and like standing just outside the bedroom, you hear coming from one of the teddy bears, it sounds like, from the shelf. You hear, everyone step inside the room, please.
Dorothy?
No.
Are you? Where'd that come from?
It's standard procedure. Everyone please step inside the room.
Oof. All right.
You see that one of the teddy bears, which has like, it's cheery looking. It has like a cloud on its stomach, just like embroidered on its stomach. It's flipped over to look like a speaker.
Well, the brass knuckles are going on.
Lying.
Yeah, I'm actually like, I'm taking out my blaster and just like kind of backing up and pointing it at the bear and just like looking around.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you?
I have my.
Oh.
Sorry, I have my pom-poms and I've made them into the stars.
Excellent.
Like.
So you're all grouped up, sort of combat ready in the center of this room. Yeah.
Wait, we've entered a death trap, haven't we?
I don't know.
I'm leaning on the door frame.
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
what I'm
doors
doing
open.
too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm with you.
Fair enough. If everyone could please, like, is everyone in the room? I'm currently seeing that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you very
Who's
much.
talking?
The bear is talking, and it's
on,
creepy.
Please. You see the door shut, and these two little robotic arms come out from a panel just next to the threshold and start to repair the damage you have caused, Rat, when you kicked in the door. And you see this fucking you see the eyes of this bear just sort of light up, and there are lasers coming out of it in a grid-like pattern, and it is scanning all of you. And
I died for cover.
I know, I hate it.
As you die,
I scream, oh shit.
Yes, you hear the words, scanning for fraternal organisms. Brother family unit undetected.
Oh my god.
Then you hear, okay, thank you everyone. I just had to make sure he didn't sneak in again. If you could please gather onto the rug, that would be optimal. Thank you.
On we go to the rug.
Come on, Rocky. Let's go sit on the rug.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
As you all gather on this rug, it's a standard-looking bullseye circular rug. You see a doll, one of the little Ken dolls, Ken-ish doll, Kenny dolls. There we go. one of the Kenny dolls, turns and flips open the mouth of this little plush Triceratops that just happens to be next to it on a shelf. You see, as it flips open the mouth, there's a big fucking red button in the Triceratops' mouth, and it just takes its flat hand and goes and bashes the button, and you are all find yourself weightless for a moment as the rug gives way underneath you, and you find yourselves traveling and sliding down a long tubular slide with little lights everywhere on the side, front, top, up, down of the tube, however you have happened to be oriented as you travel down this down the length of this slide.
Yeehaw!
It takes a minute.
It's high noon.
It takes a minute. It's a bit disorienting. There's some loops here and there, some unexpected drops. You can see the slide in front of you there's a blocked door, and then all of a sudden it opens out, and then there's a slow transition to another tube. It's very mechanical. Everything there's klaxons going off inside the tube. It takes about 15 seconds for this entire journey to transpire. But in the end, you tumble out onto this not softly, I would say, onto this grated metal floor. You look around as your eyes adjust to the sort of the dimmer light, and it is insane how much space is in this lab. You can see towering structures off in the distance that look like they're maybe even a mile away. All around you, there are supercomputer stacks. Directly in front of you, there's a couple of workstation tables. There's computers everywhere. One giant monitor that looks like it belongs in a football stadium as like a jumbotron. There's tools strewn about. There's little robots rolling around every once in a while, just carrying things, performing different tasks, flipping levers, pushing buttons. There's a little Roomba that sort of bumps your feet as you land. It's cute. It's cute. It has a little bitty turret-like head that pops up and looks around at you, and then it goes back down to look at the floor, and it just sort of turns to continue sweeping and vacuuming the area where you have just landed.
Well, I'm going to get up from my 3-point landing and draw my sword.
Very good. Very good, very good. As you draw your sword, it makes the iconic sing, as it pulls out from the sheath and cuts through the air. And you hear, "Oh, everyone calm down, it's fine, it's fine. Welcome and thank you for coming." You see a little hand popping up from behind one of these tables. And you can also see 2 little palms of curly dark hair. Just sort of, that's the only thing you can see as they sort of turn and sort of just glide across the floor away from behind the table. And you can see this little 8-year-old girl wearing glasses, thick bottle coat glasses, on what looks like one of those little hoverboards. She's just sort of gliding across the floor with the 2 wheels turning, and she has in her hand this somewhat formless yet a rigid metallic form that she's just sort of has a wrench and is turning nuts and bolts on it, and is sort of tinkering with it with this multi-tool that's attached to her wrist, and it sort of pops out and changes into a welder, and she flips down this welding mask and just starts sparks fly as she begins to work on it some more, fixing points in between, soldering things as well. It takes her a second. She rolls up to you. She says, "Oh, thank you for coming. I'm so glad Reggie could answer my request. I had it has been a problem we have run into recently. There is a malicious and sophisticated virus that has invaded my lab's computer system, and I need it gone. There's some very important information on a certain disk that I need it just to. I need you to help me. I've tried every single antivirus to try and get rid of it, even some of my own that I've written myself. If everyone could please move to the center of the lab, please, and I can sort of give you the rundown of what's wrong. Does anyone have any questions so far? As she just
yes.
Yes.
So you said virus. Are we talking like airborne virus? Are we?
No.
Oh God.
Strictly digital computer virus. That's all it is.
Okay. All right.
Very
Got you.
standard worm architecture. It's actually I
God.
have it quarantined as it will, but it won't go away.
Has it infected the Gibson yet?
No, it has not. Luckily, I've been using a Unix system on that sort of on that piece of.
Ooh.
Yes. It's a Unix system. You should know this. Anyone reference? Anyone? Trust?
Well, I made the hackers joke.
Oh yeah, got it. Damn, I wish I knew more about computers. I'm slowly trying to learn as like a person. So it's anyway, so she keeps welding and working and turning different parts on this thing.
How are we supposed? Okay, can you give us? I mean, that's why we were called here to kill this virus in a computer, but I don't think that any of us here are computer experts.
That was my thought too, Relina. I mean, Dorothy, how are you?
Brad's got this one.
How are you expecting us to take care of a virus when we ourselves are tangible people?
Oh, well, actually, that's a good question. I'll grant it, a very good question. As she sort of she's in front of you, and you're sort of following her, and you find yourself in the center of her lab in a little courtyard, sort of like area, I guess we could say, with tables surrounding it. Luckily, you won't need to know anything about computers. I've designed this sort of solution as a way to utilize your current skill sets to properly assess the situation and address the problem at hand. Now, if you could all please group up together. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Thank you very much. And you notice that you're all standing in this circle. Now, that has painted on the graded metal floor yellow and black lines in a circle, just sort of surrounding you.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
You see an object in her hand. She twerks with it. She presses a few buttons.
Twerks?
Twerks.
Tweaks.
Tweaks, thank you. She tweaks. Thank you very much. She tweaks some of the systems and buttons on it, and a little bolt shoots out at one of the supercomputer structure towers way off in the distance, a mile, and you just hear this large explosion, and the whole tower just sort of slumps and starts to fall into the thing. She looks out and says, well, maybe I need to dial that down a bit.
So I've got some hacking tools, some nondescript hacking tools in my kit. I'd like to go to the mainframe and, investigate and see what exactly, a little more detail into what's in the system.
Sure. Yes.
My vague hacking tools.
As she's working on this, you can go to one of the consoles available and sort of log in. Everything's logged in under her main sort of user, and it's a fairly simple system.
Oh, got an echo.
Maybe. Yeah, it's still an echo.
I think it might be is it your second?
No, my second is muted.
Oh, there you go.
It went away.
We're good. It's a very simple system that you can access. The graphical user interface is not too hard to navigate around, and even then, you know how to do everything through the command console anyway.
Right.
So you double check, run through a recent log of events, and you can trace where the the virus as it was hitting different drives for information. You see that a file was copied. It's encrypted, heavily encrypted, and named just titled classified. In fact, if you try to access that file to just get a list of more information, there's nothing, gives you nothing. Because there's a heavy, there's a, not only encrypted, but there's a password required to sort of read it even. But it bounces around the trail where this virus goes. It doesn't go for the kernel or any sort of important operational software. It goes straight to, it seems to have tried to go straight from there back to the internet, back online, just to get out of it with the information. But the antivirus software she was using has quarantined it into OneDrive, and the drive is labeled Game Drive.
Oh. Little girl, what kind of operation are you running under here?
Just some
Little girl.
experiments, just some simple experiments, trying to better the world one day at a time. One object, one experiment, one invention at a time. Now, if everyone could please stand closer together, thank you very much. Inside the on the platform, thank you. Relena, about this time, the little Roomba bumps your feet again. You look down.
The baby.
It's trying to get to a mess that's just underneath your boot.
Oh no!
And it just keeps bumping and keeps saying, "Need to clean, need to clean, need to clean."
I pet it.
You pet it. And as you move to pet it, you notice that underneath your feet there is
Epi, come here.
an epic scorch mark directly beneath all of you on the floor.
Hey, what is this?
Calibration issues, but everything's fine now. We have everything sorted and everything figured out. And she now has completed this device that she has been working on, and it looks like a gun-ish sort of shape. Has a trigger, and etched on the side, you can see the words. Let me find. You can see the words. Mark 1 DGTZR ray gun prototype.
Oh, I'd like to shoot a code blast to get that gun out of her hands, because I don't trust a child with a gun. Oh. So I will waste one of my hack points to do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna get with my. That's a 14. Does a 14 hit?
A 14. She's an 8-year-old. She doesn't have quick reaction. She can knock the gun out of her hand.
Amazing.
And actually destroys it. She says, Wait. I worked. All right, you're going to have to wait and sit here an hour while I fix this so that we can get you into. You'll understand.
Is that what made this?
I don't like children. I don't like children holding guns at me.
All right, fine. I'll have the computer do it then. I had a backup anyway, and she types some buttons into the computer, and these huge, large turrets come down from the ceiling and proceed to zap you all.
Rat!
I don't like children pointing guns at me.
Oh shit!
The Xena was saying this was gonna be simpler, but you made it hard. And
God!
And you all sort of feel.
I want to keep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! I want to pronounce Rat's name Rat now every single time. Brilliant.
You all feel yourselves. You look down at your hands. You look at your feet. You see pixels of your body sort of peel away from you.
Oh Lord!
Oh my God!
Turrets. and you
Oh,
just look
Lord.
at yourself and you feel your consciousness as your physical corporeal beings disappear from this reality. You feel your consciousness be transferred into these devices, and the world around you just starts spinning, and all you can see is a rainbow kaleidoscope of light that is just zooming past what you think is your vision, just all past you so quickly and violently, and then it's gone. And you appear immediately in what looks like a little foyer, a little lobby, and there's a little reception desk, a little podium in the center with a little device on it. It looks like a wearable headset with that wraps around with one little green eyepiece in the front.
Oh.
And there's a note directly underneath the headset.
I want to read. I want to read that note.
Okay. You walk over to the note. It simply reads in scrawled print of an 8-year-old, "Wear me."
All right. I pick it up, put it on.
You hear through the earpiece of this device, "Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is everyone okay?"
Yeah, Dorothy. This is Zan. I read you loud and clear. Over 10-4. Good buddy.
Wonderful. Zen, if you could do me a favor, without alarming anyone else, or further alarming anyone who may already be alarmed, does everyone have their limbs? And more importantly, does everyone have their correct limbs?
Well, Dorothy, I will check on that. However, just a lesson for the future. When you are wanting to do something like this, all right, it is better to explain the process instead of just saying, "It's all right, you'll see what happens."
Listen to the cyborg cowboy.
Just so you know, I turn around, I make sure everybody has their own limbs.
So I actually
their own limbs.
Gary currently he looks like the very low polygon CGI from Money for Nothing from the music video. Just like the Minecraft boxiness and all that. Otherwise, he just looks fine.
Yeah.
Roblox Gary.
Cigarette.
I put my everybody looks pretty good. However, Gary is having a little having a few poly issues. Not as much clarity as the rest of us.
I see. Yes. Luckily with this piece, I can see what you're seeing and hear what you're saying and what you hear as well. That's okay. I need to make a graphics card upgrade anyway, but thank you. Now I have evidence that further reinforces my need for that in my future research budget. Thank you very much, Zen.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey,
and duly noted on the advice, I am an 8-year-old, and therefore my prefrontal cortex is not yet fully developed.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, Gary, you can you move all right? Like, are you?
Yep, I'm fine.
All right.
I'm good.
You feel all right? Your limbs
Full
are
range of motion. Yeah. What's wrong?
Yeah, just making. No, you look great. Honestly, you look real. Honestly,
Thank you.
Gary,
Thank you for
if
saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you look real chiseled.
Wow.
Is that so?
Yeah,
Maybe I should
real
do some more.
real square jaw.
As the gods in nature intended it. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's right.
All right, Dorothy, what do we? What's our mission? What's our next assignment?
Well, so currently I have you loaded up into a USB drive, and please allow a moment while I transfer this to the mainframe computer. You shouldn't experience any jostling or wrestling. Your data now. You don't experience any physical movement, except for
Fair
what you
enough.
perceive. However, now the virus is just a very tricky little bug. I need you to explore my game library, if you will, to see if you can track it down, locate it, and delete it, shall we say, in more kind words, beat it to a pulp in less kind words, and retrieve the stolen research that it has. This research is rather important. It's important for the future of the Retroverse itself. So, if you
fair
could,
enough.
loading you in right now.
Very good. Dorothy, while I still got you, do you have an idea what this virus looks like? Any telltale signs that we need to be looking out for? Or?
I don't know yet. I haven't yet been inside this sort of simulation. I don't know how it would choose to display itself as a physical avatar of its data yet. However, I am an 8-year-old child. I'm not going to put myself at risk. You people are trained for this, and I've hired you, and so therefore, it's a contractual agreement. Anyway,
sure. Well, trained for this, I don't necessarily.
Oh, look, the door's opening.
This,
she says, as a door just like you see ones and zeros sort of fall down from the ceiling of this room you are in, and they sort of trickle down matrix style to form a door in front of you that is opening. And beyond you can see a library and a large device that's just sitting in the center of the library.
I'd like to go up to the device and examine it a little closer.
Okay. You do. You see that this device is it's just a floating. It's like a pedestal, like a console, with a floating cube above it.
I'd like to touch the cube.
Okay. You touch the cube. You are all enveloped as the cube expands in purple electrical light and absorbs not only the room that just appeared, but the lobby where you were. And now, all of a sudden, all of you find yourselves in the cargo hold of a plane. You still all have your equipment as it is. You hear the roaring of engines. You currently all find yourselves wearing headphones to protect your ears from the sound of the roaring engines of what looks to be the inside of a C-130 Hercules. You can see that in the top left-hand corner of your vision, a little map has appeared. A little map of an area, and there's various names. There's things like castle, gas station, ski resort, all of these sort of little names of these locations on this map that appears in your vision. And you hear Dorothy says, "Oh, yeah, not to worry. This is just one of the games I have loaded up. You're in my game drive. This is where we last found the virus. So, where I quarantined it. All you have to do is jump out of this plane, and it should be on the ground somewhere. I believe the virus has to be here somewhere. This is where the last file it had infected. So,
how big is this somewhere?
Oh, not to worry. Your search area will become significantly smaller in a short amount of time." And as she says that, you see the cargo door of the C-130 sort of open up, expand to this landscape of this area, this map that you are currently flying over. And you can see on the horizon this conflagration of flame that sort of encircles this entire map. And it appears, and now you can see both on your map and in the horizon in front of you, the conflagration of flame, the circle, seems to be getting smaller.
All right, y'all. Where are we dropping?
As soon as the door opens, my cigarette goes flying out.
Currently, she says, I believe the safe area I have deduced through intel. Please don't tell the developers I'm doing this. Through intel, I've deduced that this current next safe areas will either be the barn, the gas station, the playground, or the parking lot. So you have choices there.
Well,
Parking lot sounds like a good place to land.
Let's what do you think, y'all? Gas station?
Let's
Yeah.
go. In we go.
All right, hell yeah. And I look over at Rocky. Rocky, you got your own parachute, right? And Rocky looks up and says, yeah, you gave me one, right? And I said, well, honestly, that's why I asked.
We're in a game. We don't need a parachute. We're not real. We're pixels. In. Come on.
And then I jump out of the plane.
Is that how this works?
Well,
Good question.
as we'll say that question happens, you hear Zen, you hear and can relay that Dorothy says, well, normally you start with nothing and would have to scour the map for equipment, but luckily your possessions seem to copy over just fine. Another thing I hope you don't tell the developers about.
I yell as I'm like running like towards the end of the cargo plane to jump out. I like jump and I turn so that I'm now facing everybody. I'm like, we got cheats, y'all. Let's get it. And I start diving down.
As you skydive and after one another, as you choose to proceed, you can see around about 100 or so other figures skydiving out of this C-130 that were not present in the C-130 with you. They seem to just appear out of nothing. Zen, Dorothy tells you that this particular game that she has loaded up on her drive is called Battleground War Legends. And she tells you that the goal...
Wait, hold on. Is this the original or is this the sequel, The Night of Forts?
Yes. Battleground War Legends, Season 2, Night of Forts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. She tells you that specifically this rule is it's last team standing, right? So she believes that the virus has invaded this game and that it should be easy. All you have to do is survive and find it, and move on from there. And quarantine it, capture it, kill it, recover the information. Relena, Stacy, Gary, Rat, what are you doing?
Aren't we free falling?
Are we all are we free falling?
Have y'all chosen to free fall yet? I just need to...
Sure.
Oh, down we go.
I'll jump out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually forget where we agreed we were going to go, so...
That's a good question.
We're going to the gas station, right?
Right, so the playground.
I mean, we could split the party. I mean...
No.
No.
No, we're going to the gas station.
Okay, excellent. So as you all dive, you can, we'll just say, Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers is playing in the background.
Yeah!
As you all skydive through the air, you might have questions of when to pull your parachute. You do all have parachutes, even Rocky. But as you get closer to the ground, it sort of automatically pops for you, and you land, I believe, and people said at the playground. Is that correct? We'll say it's the playground.
Gas station.
Gas station.
Gas station. You land at the gas station. You see one other person land with you, and they hit the ground, and you see they are stuck in this. They're stuck holding a pistol, and they're just stuck holding it in front of their face. And wherever they can't seem to turn their head individually, but they look at you. They look at the gas station with their full body turned, full torso, and they just sort of start running awkwardly, not like a normal person.
Oh, I'm gonna run after and try to kick the gun out of their hand.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna like dash. I'm gonna use my movement speed and just be like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, roll. You are able to catch up to him. He's not running very fast. Give me an attack roll.
Oh, you lagged. Did you tell me to do something?
Oh yes. Give me an attack roll. He is not too fast, so you can reach him.
Remember, you get your +1 from the slap bracelet.
13.
All right, 13 will definitely hit. His AC is not very high. As you approach, you can see a name or a phrase appear above his head as you get closer to him. The words that appear above his head say Sad Frog 52. And you are able to knock the gun out of his hand.
Fuck you, Sad Frog 52!
The gun flies out of his hands, but his hands stay like that. His full body turns to you, and he just crouches, and he just sort of like nods his head and his hands together as if he can't separate where his hands are and where his head is looking. And he sort of crouches up and down, and like in what looks to be a pose of supplication. And you can also see next to his name, there is a little icon that looks like a microphone with a big X over it.
Okay. Relina doesn't play video games, so she doesn't know what that means. So she grabs the. I missed half of what you're saying. You were saying. There was a lag again, but tell me if I can't do this. But I want to grab, since his hands are like this, I want to grab the hands and be like, "Hi, who are you? Are you trying to kill us? What is going on?"
You see 3 little dots pop up next to his name, and then you see in lowercase no, and then you see 3 little dots again. You see the words pop up, "Please don't kill me." Another line, "First time playing."
Aww.
I missed the third thing. What was the third thing that he said?
He says, "First time playing," and then 3 more dots pop up, and he says, "Can we squad up?"
I'm so sorry. All I caught was first time playing.
Okay. He said, "First time playing," and then he says, after that, he says, he types, "Can we squad up?"
Hey guys, Sad Frog 52 wants to squad up.
More targets. Fine with me.
I'm going to have to go with a no on that one because we are already a squad, and I don't know who that is.
I don't have, oh shit, I don't have, could I do an insight roll, Adam? Would that help me get a gauge on this? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to do an insight roll because I don't have, ew, that sucked. It's a 6. Can I try again?
With your 6, you can't get much. His character is wearing what looks like a combat helmet, a balaclava, like over his face, and like sunglasses. You can't get much facial expressions. From body language, it's very weird because he's not moving like you guys are. In fact, he actually types, "How can you guys? How come your character animations are so good?" And you can get from him that he doesn't seem like a threat. Currently, he has no weapon.
Yeah.
In fact, you see his hands go from like this to like a this pose and back to this and this pose over and over again.
I'd like to kick him with my boot and demand who he is and where he's from. I don't care I don't care about your emotions, Frog.
Okay.
How did you find us? Why are you following us? What do you want?
Roll to attack.
Jesus.
Oopsie, that's a 3.
You miss. He
The pixels are off.
The pixels are off. It was the wrong frame. He had invulnerability frames. That's what it was. You sort of, your kick turns into an intimidating stamp, and he says, he types, "Follow me. I know where all the best stuff is."
Oh my god. We have our own weapons. We don't need stuff. Let him leave. We need to find this virus. I don't think that's it.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to pull out my gun. And he's like, this is his first time playing. He knows where all the best stuff is. I'm going to shoot him.
All right, roll to attack. Roll to attack.
Sure.
That's a good call. That's a really.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know if I'm going to hit him. 14.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I guess this is with the blaster. Hold on. Where do I have my weapons? I must have written this down somewhere. Hold on. Here we go. Blaster is 1d8 fire. And this is plus dex. +4, so 12.
You hear
Nice.
in your head, Gary, you hear boom, headshot. And then literally Sad Frog 52 Sad Frog 52 just sort of goes and just falls on the ground and goes do and disappears entirely. And you see some
Oh my God, you killed him!
Yeah, you see some items appear floating around. It looks like a med pack, which is basically a health potion for like 2d4 + 2, and that's it on the ground.
Okay. Do you want the med pack?
What the fuck?
He was clearly.
Hey, that's your kill, Gary. That's your med pack. That's your kill.
All right.
Fine, I get the gun.
You do.
Fair enough.
You pick
Fair
up
enough.
a standard pistol.
Oh, I don't want it.
As you all are
Here, Gary.
looting Sad Frog 52's body, you
Sorry, Sad Frog.
you get a notification. I can't believe you guys didn't pick up a pet this time around. I put him there just for that.
I was going to, but clearly he was a conspirator.
Very true. You all get a notification that the safe zone has moved, and it is moving towards the barn. And you can feel the heat as the circle of fire is getting closer. You can see it now on the horizon, destroying buildings in its wake.
All right, y'all.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just like
Yeah. Very traumatizing.
staring at like everybody, and I'm just like, what the fuck? When am I on nerdy babysitting duty? What the fuck?
Indignant.
Like, I was in a cool car, like, hair blowing in the wind, reading my Bible, Cosmo magazine, and now I'm here looking at a dead person.
War is hell.
Y'all,
For this.
y'all, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but from what I can see up in our map area, we need to start heading towards the barn now, or we're gonna be burnt.
But,
Right.
like, we won't die.
Oh no, we will. We will
Oh, we
die.
will? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, granted, I don't know if we personally will die, but I don't want to take that chance.
You hear
Yeah.
Dorothy chime in. I haven't gotten quite that far in testing yet.
What the fuck?
So you don't know if will we actually die?
And then you hear the mic cut off.
All right. Well,
Why are we helping an 8-year-old? Why are we doing this?
money.
Who are her parents? We have to talk to Reggie.
I believe her parents were Timothy and Anne.
I didn't get my sangria.
Oh. Well,
Fuck.
Stacy, if you want your sangria, I bet we can find you something at the barn. So let's giddy up, y'all, because our hide's about to be real hot.
It's time to yeehaw out.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get it.
As you all book it away from the gas station, towards the barn, which is quite easy, and you can also see it on your map. It's easy to navigate to. You can ping it if you wish for whatever reason. But as you make your way to this barn, you hear gunshots off in the distance as competitors seem to have found one another and then are engaging in little skirmishes and firefights here and there. You can smell the smoke as the wall, the ring of fire just gets closer and closer to your position. But you can see off in the barn, in the distance, you can see this barn. Everyone give me a perception check.
Okay. 13 for Rat.
13 for Rat, okay.
What happened? I just lost a connection.
Perception check. You're running to the barn.
5.
Okay.
Also
for
5.
Gary?
14.
14. Okay, Zen?
12.
Okay, Rat, Gary. You all see in the loft of the barn, the little loft window, you see for a moment, you see a glint, like a little white glint, as if glass is reflecting in your direction. What do you do?
Down, everyone, down.
I'd like to fudge reality.
And I jump. I dive for cover.
I'd like to fudge reality and freeze it. Freeze whatever's in that window.
It's a bit too far away. It's looks to be like 100 yards-ish or so away. It's a bit too far.
I'd like to fudge reality twice, and first bring myself close enough to where that is, and then.
Rat.
Okay.
To try that.
You can try that. I'm not sure that you would be able to traverse that whole distance. You might could traverse at your level maybe 15 feet.
Okay, then I'm not gonna. Then that's a little too much.
Does it? And this is purely a question, based on, like, not on the rules, but on rule of cool. Like, because this is inside of a computer program, does that affect the distance that you might be able to?
Shit, you're right. Rat, yeah. I'll give you. Not only will I give you. There is a little power boost since it is a computer system and you know how to fudge the reality of the actual code of the computer system. I'll give you advantage on your fudge reality checks.
Okay.
Roll your d4s and take the higher.
Okay. Roll it twice.
Yeah, and I'll allow you able to just fucking teleport like 30 feet.
Sweet. So rolling the d4 twice, taking the higher. Do I add anything to either of those?
No, it's just a straight d4.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 4.
All right, shit. You instantly find yourself not only teleporting 30 feet, but since you rolled a 4, that's a better result. You find yourself teleporting a full 60 feet closer to this barn. And all of you to see her just phase out and phase in 60 feet in front of you. And where she was, you hear and the loud bang of a sniper rifle emanating from the barn. And Rat, now that you're closer, you can actually see in the loft window.
Wait, real quick. That took me 2 hack points or just 1 to do that?
Just 1 to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
You see this. You see cackling this malformed, almost clown-like digital face of this creature, which you could only think to identify as the virus, holding a sniper rifle. And at this, it is 8:30. Do you guys want to take a quick little break and come back and resolve this little encounter?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Excellent, everyone. We will be right back. I'm going to get the music started, and we'll be back.
Spooky.
Woohoo!
What did you do? We're back, everyone. Hello.
I knocked my hand into my dice and I rolled a 19, so I want to keep that for whatever they need.
No, I'm going to boost my mic up a little bit. I feel like I'm a little low. Maybe we had the same problem last time.
Sound okay.
Yeah. Okay. I boosted up a little bit, so we'll see. Luckily, we don't have that echo problem that I ran into, which I have fixed, by the way. So that should be better. But anyway, we're back. So we got this. We got the virus in the barn with the sniper rifle. There are people. Got an echo.
There we go.
We go. God. Oh boy. Waiting for it.
Maybe just mute yourself for a second.
Yeah, let me mute myself. Hey, Brayden, could you mute yourself a second? See if that is. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we have this virus in the spawn with the sniper rifle. Yeah, it's back. Sorry, bud. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out. Let's get this real quick. Let's get some initiative rolling and get this encounter on the way. So everyone.
There, see, 19, right?
There.
Petition to keep the 19.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not really well to say this.
Yeah, please keep the 19 because I rolled shit.
Perfect. Love to be the sacrifice.
Fuck. What did I roll? Why did I not write down my initiative? Mine is a 9.
Yours is a 9. Gary's is a 9.
I'm a 10.
You're a 10, Relena. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Zen, what's yours?
I didn't roll because I was trying to figure out my microphone situation. Is there an echo?
No, it seems to be fine.
Yeah, seems
Dope.
Eel.
What you get?
I rolled a 1.
Yes.
Wait, why are we saying yes? He's on your.
No, like get. I don't know, positivity in negative situations. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
I rolled a 1.
At least you didn't roll a 0. Oh.
Exactly.
Stacy, how about you?
18.
18.
Woo.
A bunch. Oh wait, we still gotta wait for Rat. What did Rat roll?
Well, I got that 19.
Oh, Rat. Damn.
Right. It's
All right.
funny.
Okay, so for you, Rat, the virus is now only 40 feet away. He's still on a second level of the barn. You hear gunshots and small skirmishes surrounding you, but no one seems to be bothering you at this time. The rest of you are still that 100 feet away.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a bit of a journey. And after the virus fires off that shot from anyone who recognizes the firearm can tell it's a 50 caliber Barrett sniper rifle. That thing does a load of fucking damage. So just a fair plot warning there. Rat, you're up first. What would you like to do?
Well, I've got 1 hack point left, so I'd like to use that on a code blast, which is to gather energy into my palm and make a ranged attack with a d6 of damage. The range is 30 to 60.
Okay. Yeah, so if he's 40 feet away, that attack can be made with disadvantage. However, you do have some movement now that it is your turn, and you can move closer if you want to not take that disadvantaged attack.
Yeah, so I'd like to run as close as I can, and then do the code blast.
Yeah, sure. You can get right up to the wall of the barn at this point.
Okay, so code blast. Well, 7. Is there a bonus on that or no? On the 20.
Let's go ahead and add your int plus your proficiency bonus.
So 12. Will a 12 hit?
A 12 will hit. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it will hit. A 12 will hit. You see your code blast fire. Roll your damage on that.
That's going to be a 3.
All right, a three is just enough to singe its.
Oh wait, do I add proficiency to that?
To your damage, no. But
Okay, so it's a 3.
all right, so a 3 is just enough to singe the weird 7-fingered hands of this virus.
Ugh.
Yes, its fingers look like spider legs.
I hate it.
Wraps around the grip and the trigger of this sniper rifle. But it singes those knuckles and it drops the sniper rifle down onto the ground, which falls onto the chassis of a tractor, and the barrel is now bent. So the rifle is out of its hands and it's destroyed. You see the virus, whose face is, now that you're closer, you recognize that it just has a blank panel where it's supposed to be, but it has these purple holographic, like hologram lights that make up its eyes and its mouth, and so it's now just a frowny face with angry eyes.
Oh Lord! Somebody watched too much Reboot as a child. It's me. It's me.
It's me. Allie is the one.
Where do you think part of this concept came from? Where do you think the purple cube expanded?
Oh Lord! I missed the incoming game.
You did.
Oh my God!
Incoming game.
Oh, Great. So that's terrifying face.
Yes, it is.
My hack points are spent. The gun is out of the hands, though.
All right. Stacy, what will you do? You're 100 feet away. You can see the virus is still in the window, but it's staring down at Rat now.
Let me get to. I'm so sorry. Let me get to my character sheet.
Take your time.
Sorry, I am going between a dice rolling app and my papers, which are on a pictures. So I'm like flipping between things.
In the meantime, I will describe more of the surroundings. You can hear people on microphones screaming at each other. Eat it, noob! Oh yeah, take it! Eat this! I'm gonna be winner, chicken dinner, everybody! Hey everyone!
Leak hacksaws, man!
Hey everyone!
I can just
Elite Gamer 93 streaming to you live on the Arcane Eye Network. Watch me get this win.
Lord.
I can just like sense the aura of nerd around me.
It's 2003.
It's palpable. The aura of palpable.
Can taste it. Okay, so how far away is the sniper? I'm sorry.
100 feet. It is a long way away. But he doesn't have the sniper rifle in his hands. The virus is just sitting there in the window.
Okay. 100 feet. Shit. Okay. Wait. Ah! What do I have? What can I do? I have, I have my chainsaw, but that's not...
Throw it!
You can move closer, definitely. You can dash up to 60 feet and then be able to be in range to do something more significant.
I have the speedy slap bracelet.
You do have the speedy slap bracelet, so you can dash 70 feet. I forgot.
Ooh.
So you can get within range and be able to do something next turn, I think.
Okay, did we discern what my pom-poms look like when they are in, like, weapon form?
I thought they were like a ninja star, kind of a big...
Yeah. Is it enough to, like... I'm asking because, like, is it enough to give me coverage?
They could give.
Like, can I like, Roman
like testudo formation thing? I think you can use them for some cover if you take some incoming fire at some point.
I just know that getting that close will probably, especially since that'll be the only thing that I can do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you
Okay, so I'll probably do that. And then that would put me 30 feet away, but up.
But up, yes, that is correct.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Dumb question. Never mind. Yeah. So I'll do that. So I will run and use the speedy snap bracelet to go 70 feet, and then Gerard Butler myself.
There you go. Yes, you are closer. You're actually pretty close to Rat at this point. She's just about 10 feet in front of you.
High five.
The virus goes next.
And do high five.
The virus digs its hands and its feet, which look like its hands, also 7 fingers or toes.
Gross.
And it just fucking like spider climbs down the wall of the barn with this horrible screeching modem noise emanating from somewhere on it.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it sucks. As it crawls down, it leaps off of a portion of the barn near, like closer to the ground, and it leaps towards you, Rat. It's going to, as its hands sort of form into this sharp appendage and tries to leap towards you. Yeah, 1 second. I don't know. Let me see. Does a 16 hit?
God damn it, it just hits.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Let me roll. Alright, that's gonna do 8 piercing damage. As it sort of digs, slashes to the side of your stomach.
Oops. Oopsie. Do I bleed blood or I bleed pixels now? How does this...
Fun fact. You don't bleed. You see in the top right-hand corner, there's a little green bar that just goes down a little bit.
God damn. Oh, that is ominous.
Yeah. It whatever this bar is, it seems to have a numerical number equal to your number of hit points.
Well, we're down from 24 to 16, so it's one of those.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Rat. I lived on the fucking streets, had to fight for food and shit. I didn't have time for video games. Like, I didn't think I'd be reliving my childhood. I never wanted to. I'd made peace with that. So this is not fun for me.
This doesn't hurt. There is no pain involved. It's just a visual indicator.
Still not fun. Still ominous.
Let me see. Relena, you are up next. What do you do?
All right, talk to me about what Step of the Wind will do.
Step of the Wind.
It's a bonus action dash, I think. Isn't it?
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
So, and I think I have to spend I think that's one of my key points, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what you could use your 40 feet of movement, bonus action dash, and still have an action. So you can move 80 feet and still act. Is that enough for her to get close enough to do something?
Yes, that is enough to get her, I think, within 10 feet of the virus at least, because the virus has moved from the building and is next to Raps. So she can definitely get up close enough to do something since we're working.
You can also Sun Soul Blast, right? Like use the...
That's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to dash up within range and use my laser arm.
Cool. Go ahead. You can do so.
But just to double check, I do spend a key point, correct? My first key point. Okay, I didn't write down how my blaster thing works. I just have Rad Laser Ray written down, so.
Give me a minute, I can look it up.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think I have it on my iPad as well.
Yeah, whatever.
Should be in Xanathar's.
It is. I thought I have it. Maybe I don't. Oh no. No, I don't have it, Mike.
Okay, 1 sec. That's it. Oh, I think I found it.
It says I do have written down rad laser ray +4, 1d4 +2.
I see.
Yep. Yeah, and this is a dexterity attack, so it gets you +1 for the slap bracelet. Sorry, what, Charlotte?
Oh, nice. So it'll be +5. Okay. 14?
Let me see. 14 will hit. 14 will
Okay.
damage.
Cool. All right, 1d4 +2. 5
5 damage to the virus.
points of damage. Yes.
So what does your rad laser blast look like as it plows into the virus?
Rad laser ray.
What does it look like?
Oh, it's like.
Excellent. So you
It's
see.
blue.
Oh,
It's a blue beam.
you see this electric blue beam shoot out from the palm of Elena as it bashes the virus and sort of bathes the side of its body in rays of light which pour over and around its torso. And it tries to shield itself, and you can see it brings its hands together and actually does form a sort of metal ish sort of form which blocks the rays a little bit. But you do see it is damaged. It does take some damage from that.
Okay.
There we go. Do you do anything else, Relena?
No.
Gary. Okay, so I have to get up because I dropped prone when I noticed it was a sniper. So I'm gonna have to do that and dash. That'll let me move 45 feet this turn. I'm actually going to try and dash towards the farming equipment where it dropped the gun.
Very good, very good. Okay, you are able to make it to the farming equipment.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's if the gun it dropped is close enough to me, I want to pick it up. Otherwise, I'll do that next turn.
Okay. It is close to you. You can look down at it. The barrel is bent 90 degrees.
Yep.
Landed on the tractor chassis.
Okay. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up and kind of like if it has like a shoulder strap or something, I'm going to sling it over.
Yeah, easy. Cool. Zen, what do you do?
Yeah, so I am going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my action to run 30 feet and then dash, which will bring me up to 60 feet. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna look at Rocky. I'm gonna say, "All right, Rocky, 3, 2, 1, let's rock it." And you see Zen bring his hand from out underneath his poncho, and he actually has this like big like watch on that covers half of his forearm, and he smacks the top of it, and you see him start to transform. His whole body becomes white. And all of a sudden, the light goes away, and in where Zen was standing, you see this. Honestly, this Power Ranger looking type figure. His suit is black. His poncho actually has now turned into shoulder pads, and it forms a diamond at his chest, and his helmet is black, and it has 3 golden streaks across the visor. And you see when that also happens, you see a katana also appear in his hand where his watch was, and he stands ready for battle.
Does he strike a pose like?
He does. He like throws his katana, like he like does that, like he's like shaking the katana off, and then he just goes.
as you pose, the audience can see behind you. I mean, some of you may be able. There's a group hanging off the side of a van, and like a group driving an ATV, and one standing on the back of the ATV. Their guns blazing, firing at each other, but behind you, they ram the van and the ATV together, and there's a large fucking explosion, and you see pixels scatter everywhere from that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go.
So yeah, surprise! Zen's a Power Ranger or a Henshin.
Oh.
A power mask engine.
A Power Mask Henshin, yes.
This class, subclass, and more you can find in the Retroverse and Lasers and Liches down below.
Hey.
Here we go. Cool. So is that all you do, Zen?
Yeah, that's all. That was my action and a bonus action, so that's all I can do.
Fair enough. Rat, the virus is standing in front of you. It looks concerned.
Well, I draw my short sword. I fucking try to ram it, try to slice it in half.
Sure. Go ahead. Give me a slice.
Well, does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. Yes.
Yes.
So that's going to be short sword is a +5 on a d6 +3. Wow. Okay, so we're going to add 8 to the 2. So it's 10 damage.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
Excellent. Very nice. What else do you do this turn, Rat?
What else do I do?
Is there anything? Do you move?
I get a little close. I can't get. I mean, I'm already there. Oh, I get a little, well, actually, I'm pretty close. So maybe I'll move back a little so I don't get a stabby stab at the next turn.
You take a defensive stance, we'll say.
You can get behind one of my pom-poms.
Yes, duck under that
like,
pom-pom.
Yes.
All right, Stacey, speaking of pom-poms, what do you do?
So where is the virus is now in front of me? How far away?
I would say it's within melee range.
Right, okay. So I want to use Thunderous Smite, but I know that's a bonus action that I have to use when I hit with a melee weapon.
Sure.
So would that be something I would have to do next turn or now?
So if you want to hit it with the melee weapon now, you activate Thunderous Smite. You basically charge your weapon with that energy with a bonus action, and then it stays there until you hit a target with.
Great. Okay, great. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to throw my 2 metal pom-poms that are essentially now like big fuck off throwing stars. They're each 1d6 plus 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw both.
Okay.
Or no, go ahead.
So you can throw one, and that will use your Thunderous Smite, but the other one is not. You can only charge one weapon at a time with the spell.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do. Do I have to roll to hit for both?
Yes, you do. You would have to roll.
Okay, great. Okay. And that would be okay, great. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out. I am going to throw the first one, and the second one I'm going to activate Thunderous Smite on.
Okay, cool. Hit for the first one.
Okay. Where's my app? Okay, here it is. And then, I'm so sorry, I add what?
You add your proficiency bonus plus your, I'm going to say pom-pom is going to be like a javelin. It's you can use it as melee, but it has a thrown property. So add your strength.
Is that athletics?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and add your athletics bonus, because that will just encompass the whole number of your proficiency and your strength.
Great, so that's a 16.
All right, 16 will hit. Roll damage. Roll your 1d6. Add your strength.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. This app is so cool. Okay. And then add my strength. So I am proficient in... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Not athletics. I'm sorry, just strength. 4. Okay, so that would be a 5.
That would be 5 total?
Yes.
All right.
Because I just add my strength bonus, right? I don't add my athletics bonus. Great.
Yes, that's true.
Cool.
All right. So 1 second. Cool. So your pom-pom smacks this creature in the face, and the metal digs in and shreds part of its carapace, if you will, as it digs into the ground on the other side. At this point, I will say, before you make your other attack, you all can see the fire. In the time that has passed, it is encroaching upon you. It now encompasses, I would say, about a football field's area of space around you. Time is running short. You can roll for your next attack on your pom-poms with the Thunderous Smite attached.
Okay.
Yeah. Get it.
Yeah.
Hit him hard.
I'm so sorry. Let's see. That's a 16 again.
That will hit.
Okay.
So it has to make a saving throw. I think it's a
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
I am unsure.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I looked it up. You know what? Actually, wait. I have it right here. Hang on. If it's a creature, it must succeed on a saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Okay. It rolled a dirty 20.
Oh shit.
Filthy.
So it's not knocked prone.
Okay.
But it still takes the full 2d6 damage. So you can add your 1d6 and the 2d6.
Okay. All right. 1d6. Give me 1 second to math.
No problem.
Eight.
Total.
I am so sorry. So
Yeah, go ahead.
the last, so 5 of that is thunder damage and the 3 is not thunder damage.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I actually appreciate that. You see that it seems to take the full attack, the full amount of the damage. So
Okay.
You don't notice it having any resistance to anything.
Okay.
Excellent, very good. Very good. It is the virus's turn. You look around. Well, not you. The virus looks around. It sees the fire. It sees you in front of it. It turns to an empty space besides it. Takes its 7 fingers and they all spread out and like extend telescopically, and it starts just shredding the fabric of space and time, or I guess the computer code in front of it, until the portal opens up. It screams at you in angry modem sounds, and then, like a cat, leaps through the portal.
Ew.
Do you get attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do. You do get attacks of opportunity. It will make
Oh, great.
but you can damage it before it leaves.
Charlie,
I'm sorry. Say that again. Adam, say that again. I'm sorry.
You do get attacks of opportunity. You can make 1 melee attack as a reaction, which will damage it before it leaps through the portal.
Can I use my chainsaw?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do I have to roll to hit?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What?
Do I have to roll to hit, or?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
I was asking, do all of us in the vicinity get to roll for the attack, or is it just Kelsey?
I will say Stacy, Rat, and you, Relena, can. Gary's still taking cover behind the farming equipment, and Zen, you're still far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay.
Wait, do we add a bonus to the 20 that we roll?
Yes.
What's our bonus? Proficiency? So 21 for me, which hits.
Yours will hit.
And that's going to be, do we do damage yet or not yet?
You can go ahead.
Okay, so that's going to be 9.
Okay, cool.
5.
Stacy, do you have some damage?
5.
5 damage, okay.
We lunging with the sword.
I rolled
Ah!
I got an 18, which hits, and also do 5 damage. 5 points.
Excellent. Very excellent. Wail on this virus as it makes an escape from this portal that it has created. Then you hear Dorothy come over the little earpiece that she's talking to. She says,
Oh, shoot. It seems to jump into my games library. Follow it quickly before it gets away.
Yeah, you know, your parents told us to watch our language, so I don't think I gotta remind you about that. But okay, how do we do that?
Just the tear within the code that the virus seems to have opened up seems to be stable enough for you all to make it through. But do hurry. It seems like the safe zone is shrinking as we speak.
and you
All right, fair.
yells of someone who's behind the fire, just trying screaming, "Hey guys, don't leave me behind! I have the best equipment!" And then they just puff into pixels as they die.
All right. Yeah, sounds good, Dorothy. And I.
Oh no, that wasn't Sad Frog, was it?
No. Gary, make a perception check.
Oh shit! I rolled a 1.
Oh no!
That's a 6.
6. All right. A 6 is enough to notice the big glowing box that has a neon sign pointing to it that says respawn point.
I slap Rocky on the behind. I say, "Go on, get!" And I holler at the others. I'm like, "Y'all, we gotta jump through that portal. Get on, get it on."
I take my chainsaw and with like a battle cry, just and then through the portal I go.
Very good, very good. Rat.
I do a front handspring with it.
Excellent. I'll allow it. Rat, Relena.
It's cheerleader.
What do you do?
Well, if Rocky's sprinting past me, I'm gonna maybe try to hitch a ride on him.
Totally
Yeah.
doable. Totally doable.
Opportunistic. Wanted to pet it.
It's like that scene in oh god, what was it? Was it Two Towers where Legolas is shooting at the
Yes.
at the wargs, and then the forces come up the hill behind him, and he just kind of like leaps on.
Exactly the movie. Yes. Oh my
I'm
God.
down. I just want to touch the pet. I like pets.
Nice. Well,
Having a pet.
Rocky.
A pet one. Rocky. Rat.
Rocky.
Rat.
Shit.
Relena,
Sorry.
what do you do?
Relena.
Yes, I leap. I leap through.
Very good. You leap through. Gary, you see this box.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll take a look at it as I'm.
You see a notification that says friend request from Sad Frog 52, and a message next to it that says, "Sorry, I'm bad at games."
So like this is in my field of vision.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so with like a square, blocky hand, I reach up and I just like tap it.
Friend request accepted. And all of a sudden, on the respawn box in front of you, it says Sad Frog 52 can be brought back into game by friendly squad members.
So I look
He
at the
wants to be
tear,
our pet.
look at the thing. What was my alignment again? God damn it.
Fire is shrinking in. You see in the bottom right-hand corner this little stick figure count. The number is currently sitting at 10. It's slowly dropping.
Okay, as I understand it, I have to go over and stand in the box to allow somebody to respawn. Is that
There's a green button. There's a
okay?
button there.
I will hit the green button.
All right, you hit the green button, and you just hear the whistling from above you in the sky as the fire shrinks to just around your area, only encompassing you, the portal. The number in the bottom right-hand corner shrinks down to 1, and then it bumps back up to 2 as you see this parachuting figure just sort of land next to you. It's Frog 52. He's holding another new pistol now, and he sort of looks at you, and he just sort of nods his head and his pistol at the same time, and he starts crouching up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh
So
my God.
two things. One, I take his old pistol that Relina gave me, put it in his hand, so he's now like got two of them.
Yeah. So he's now.
And then point at the tear and go, next level, and run.
Oh my god.
He types the letter K and cool. And so as you leap through the portal, the audience will see that for a split second, Sad Frog 52 gets a notification that he won the game, and then he jumps through the portal.
Sad Frog 52, I need fan art of him immediately. He is Bay. He has officially become Bay.
We must protect him at all costs.
He's Bay status.
He is my cinnamon roll. We will keep him alive. You will not mess with my cinnamon roll. Let me see. All right, so you all emerge through the portal. You find yourself in a small room, about 15 feet by 30 feet, lined and filled with bookshelves. You see in the center a strange cannon-like device facing one wall, which is blank. There are no visible exits, and the virus is nowhere to be found. You hear Dorothy over the intercom.
Sweet Newton's apple. It seems you're currently in my game library. The virus could have infiltrated any one of these games. You'll have to find which one it entered and load it into the game launcher to create a portal for yourselves.
So we still have our tools from reality in this game, right? Like all of our stuff.
All
So
right.
could I whip out my laptop, my computer tech again, and do a little insight and see if I can try to hack the game, the mainframe?
The men friend.
I walk over to Rat, who I'm assuming is still by Rocky, and I hear in my head, Rocky says, not the biggest fan of people hopping on me. And I was like, Rat, did you possibly ask Rocky if it was all right for you to hop on?
No, I'm small, and I just saw the opportunity.
No, yeah. Fair enough.
He was moving very fast.
No,
faster
fair
than
enough.
I can move.
Fair enough. He does have feelings. So next time, just ask, and he'll, if you're friendly with him, he'll probably say yeah. But just make sure you ask next time. Just make sure.
It seemed like it was too, we'll do in the future. But
everything
everything was happening very fast.
No,
It
absolutely.
seemed like the moment to stop the action and
No,
say,
for sure.
Prithee, small friend. I didn't know. Okay.
No, for sure. Yeah. It's just a preference. So just.
He's not gonna chop me in my sleep, is he?
Well, I can't stop him.
Rat, what are you doing with your computer equipment?
I'm just sitting down in the middle of the room, and I'm trying to get involved in those signals and pick them up and try not to fear for my life.
You do pull up a digital list of games here, and it's numerous. However, there are two their names are flashing red, and there's an ERR next to the status of them. These games that have the titles that have popped up in with error codes are called Drake Stakem Orchestra of Twilight and Pin Pods. You can also see the genres next to the games, next to Drake Stakem Orchestra of Twilight. You see 2D platformer, and next to Pin Pods you see racing.
Racing.
Okay, so I'm gonna relay this back to everyone else and suggest that we go into the racing side. And also,
I can't drive.
Well, just to ask in advance, if anyone is moving faster at an opportune moment, would it be acceptable to take advantage of the moment and, per se, hop on?
What?
I'm asking the cat if I can jump on it if we're to life or
Oh, you're
death.
talking to the.
Oh, well, he's a panther first off, so let's get that straight.
I didn't go to school.
Fair enough. Rocky, is that all right? And he hears in his voice, he goes, "Yeah, just the small ones, though." Fair enough. He says, "Yeah, just the small ones, though." It's, I mean, he's big, but like he's not huge,
Stacy, make me a perception check. Or an investigation check, whichever one you want.
Hang on.
Don't worry, Relina, you don't have to drive. We can probably go 2 in a car. Relina.
Works for me. Thanks.
And hey, Adam.
That's a 6.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll ask after.
6.
Go ahead.
You notice that Sad Frog 52 is running towards the wall opposite of where the cannon is, and he's just sort of bounced into the wall, and he's just sort of still running. Above his head, you can see it says AFK next to his name, and there was a message that was sent about a minute ago. He says, BRB getting drink. Yes, Gary, what are you doing?
So, first off, do I still have the gun with me that it dropped? Okay, so I have an ability called Bloodhound. If I have a personal item of some importance to the target, I can spend 10 minutes examining it. And if so, I get advantage on survival checks to track it. Do I have enough time to do that?
Yes, you do. Roll survival to track if you so wish.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Really quick, with the frog boy, I'm just gonna roll my eyes and look at him and just be like, fucking nerds. And then I'm just gonna grab his arm, his thing, and just pull him next to me. So he's gonna come with me wherever I go.
When did he get here? Didn't we kill him? Didn't you kill him?
Yeah, but I killed him, but I respawned him. Because, figured he deserved a second chance.
Stacy, as you're holding his arms, you can see his feet sort of moving along.
I leave this in your hands.
What?
So I did have one question, because I meant to ask you about this before we even started playing.
Yeah, sure.
With preferred bounty, I don't know if glitches count as a preferred bounty. Do I have to still pick humanoid or something like that?
I'm going to say...
I think so, because glitches can happen with any form of creature.
I see.
And so you're able to, so I think you still have to technically choose a creature.
Okay, so then I guess I would have chosen humanoid. So yeah. Oh, it does. Okay. So then do I have to pick don't I have to pick 2 specific kinds of humanoids, or is it?
No. Just
okay. Okay, so then that's an 18.
You are able to see, in your vision and in your mind's eye, there's a sort of tiny bright yellow line tracking from the rifle, or at least the trigger of the rifle, that has crackling electricity running from it to one certain book on the shelf. And you can see, as you look at that book and follow the line, that it's sort of phasing in and out, and pages are appearing outside the cover, and it's sort of just glitching out in weird ass ways. And it's coming up as an error code in the gut of your glitch hunter. Yes.
Okay. So I'll walk over to that one and just say, I think I may have found it. Which book is that?
As you look at the book, it says pin pods.
Pin pods.
Well, looks like we're in for a race, y'all.
Okay. I'll take it off the shelf, I guess, and walk it over to the cannon.
As you look at the cannon, there is a book-shaped slot in the top.
Might as well just stick it in. Oh, Mike, we lost you.
You're back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the book in.
All right. As you drop the book in, there's an error code on the readout of the top of the screen. It reads, "Warning, please clear dust."
Oh, wait, is... And let me just ask, is Sad Frog still in front of the cannon?
Sad Frog is still in front of the cannon, yes.
No, he's next to me.
Oh, right, yes, he's with Stacy.
I moved him.
Oh, okay. All right, so clear dust. So, like, can I take the book out, or is it stuck in there?
No, you can take a book out. It sort of slots in and slots back out. And dust flies from all the pages, and it sort of goes everywhere. Also, take inspiration for saving Sad Frog 52 and all that.
All right.
Yay!
Actually, I already have inspiration from last time. Can I give it to someone else?
You may certainly do so.
I'm going to give it to Braden. Braden, I'll give to Zen, because like you did your Power Ranger transformation and then the combat ended.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm still in my henshin form. I am technically The cool thing about henshins is you're allowed to have it. You're allowed to be in your form for as long as you want. You just can't rest with it.
So you have to go to the bathroom, I guess, right?
Yeah. So I'm still in it. So I'm still in my full henshin garb. If anybody has any questions about that.
No, I give a thumbs up to it. Like, looks awesome. Cool. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll put the book back in.
You see game loaded, prepare to launch ? And then there's a blinking yes and a blinking no on this LCD touchpad.
Yes, with my big blocky.
Fires a continuous beam of energy at the blank wall where Sad Frog 52 was constantly running into, and from the bottom up it starts to etch this doorway on this tile paneled wall, and it fully loads up, and on the top there is, in this like a digital clock lettering, it just sort of scrolls to pin pods. And there's the door, and the cannon shuts off.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Let's get her going.
Let's yeehaw out.
All right. Well, you don't have to say that every time.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
As you enter the door, your vision changes as your pixels and your physical beings, or digital, I should say, drawn through this doorway, and you find yourself standing on the middle of this road with revving engines and cars all around you, and you look up, and it's as if there's a glass ceiling above you, and you can look around, and there's these weird circular towers with like rubber bands around them. You can see off in the distance these metal spheres rolling around. You can see above the glass there's a high score thing. You can see behind all of the cars there's what looks to be a giant fucking pinball flipper. And there are cars of various models and weird, intricate cyberpunk designs, sort of revving their engines. Some are empty, a lot are not. And you can see way in the front, sticking its head out from the window of this just sleek-looking supercar, is the virus. And walking across the finish line, you can see this storm ride holding this flag, this green flag, and you can see these lights sort of coming down from red, yellow, and they're about to hit green. There are a couple of empty cars around you they jump in. They have multiple seats for you to see and all. Pile into one or two if you wish.
Relina. Come on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Is there a 2-seater?
Party.
There is a 2-seater. There is also what looks to be a monster truck with a bed. If you want to hop in like the back of someone who.
Bed.
Me and Rocky will hop in the back of the monster truck.
Okay, I guess I'll hop in the driver's seat of the monster truck. Gary at this point is like he looks a little bit normal, except that he's like 16-bit pixelated.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Is there there's a car with a 2-seater though?
Yes, there is.
Available?
Yes, you can.
What kind of car?
I would say this looks like it looks close to like an 80s Lamborghini.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going in that with Frog Boy.
Okay.
I'm just dragging it with me. I'm like, you're with me now.
He just fucking runs in. You see him standing outside of the car, right? And then like a second passes, and without opening the door or anything, he just pops inside of the car. Just appears inside of the car.
Gun still in hand.
Gun still in hand. You see he's doing this motion where he leans out the window with the gun in the window. He
does it again.
He does it again. He looks to you. He's still holding the gun, facing you by pointing at you. He does, and then goes back to holding the gun.
I put my hand on his like gun thing, and I say, "I will die for you."
You see.
I like get it.
Damn.
You see typing above next to his name the number 3 and the greater than symbol.
All right, bye guys. I'm done. I'm done for the evening.
Damn, Merlina, you got some competition.
Fucking shit.
No, it's okay. He's just bae. It's fine.
Or like Bay. He's probably 12.
That's true.
He's
You could be
just bae.
I'm just taking him under my wing.
Don't worry, Stacey.
Elena, Rat, what type of car have you two hopped in for this?
Perhaps the fastest of the bunch. We could find one of those.
There is, you know what? Fuck it. You can see it draws your eye. It's a 2-seater vehicle, or at least you can fit 2 people on it. It's a motorcycle. It looks very close to. It looks kind of like.
Oh my god!
The motorcycle from Akira.
Yo! Yes!
Fine with that. Okay, Relina, hold on.
Are we vibing with the motorcycle?
Yes, I believe. Not familiar on terminology, but I believe that yes, we are vibing. Yes.
So, as you all prep, rev your engines, green light goes, and the flag drops, and you're now racing. It is thunderous. You can all hear, you can all see appearing, lining the track are these, as you drive, just peering out of nowhere are these bleachers with what look to be heavily polygoned fake crowd members, but they're cheering you on. You guys are sort of in the middle of the pack. There's about 10 cars in front of you, between you and the virus, which is leading at the front of the race.
Of course it is.
So, we're gonna run this like a chase, kind of. I'm gonna see if I can speed it up a little bit, because normal chase rules to me are a little slow, even though it's meant to be high speed. we're going to say who is driving. So, Rat, what's your dex bonus?
My dex bonus is -1.
Okay. So we're going to be utilizing the dex bonuses of the drivers.
Better.
God damn.
So
You know, Relina, you want to do it? It's a driving lesson.
you can mid. You can mid.
There you go.
You know what, Relina?
You know what?
Relina,
Maybe
push
now-
the button and steer.
Rat.
Okay.
If I drive, you're coming to my pool party.
If we
If she
survive,
drives, we're all going to your funerals.
if we survive it, sure, I'll be there with bells on.
Let's do it.
You can do my hair.
Pick you up because you're small, putty behind me. Did get split. My
makeup
dexterity
on
bonus is +2. I don't know if it goes up to 16. Does that make it a +3 or is it still at +2?
It's up to 16. That'll make it +3.
That's a plus
All
3.
right.
Yeah, driving lesson for Relina.
+3.
Every adult has to learn how to drive sometime, at some point.
As you all are racing along, you notice behind you a huge ass metal sphere rolls onto the track. Oh, I hear it.
Oh, sorry.
Technical difficulties. There we are. A huge ass metal sphere rolls onto the track, and as you're racing along, it gets further behind you, and then all of a sudden you see a big red flash, and the sphere starts rolling towards you at a fast pace, as if a plunger has knocked this pinball down the track.
My God. Oh my God. I was literally at a pinball arcade museum today, so this is very on brand.
Nice.
You see the virus start to race through this half pipe system. It looks like, where it has to bank off of one half pipe and down the other, as the track in between them sort of is non-existent. So let me see. The way this is going to roll, it's going to roll against the DC for a difficulty for these obstacles. If it fails, it gets closer to you. If it passes, it stays the same. If you pass the same difficulties, you get closer to it. But if you fail, you stay the same. So that's the way you sort of work how your position is to these things.
Okay.
All right. You see the virus leap off of the first half pipe just fine. Lands down. It sort of swerves and fishtails as it doesn't nail the landing, because driving with hands for feet is weird. You know? So it swerves a little bit, and it loses its first placing, drops back into third. So you guys get a little bit closer to it. So you all have to make the same sort of half pipe leap. Who wants to do it first?
I'll go.
Okay, Gary in the monster truck as you plow over a couple of
With a
drivers.
cigarette.
Yeah, I got the cigarette like hanging out the window as I'm gone. So what's my check?
Your check is going to be a dexterity check, since you're...
Okay, that's a dirty 20. Do I have proficiency on this?
You if you have vehicle proficiency, which you do, you drive a car anyway. Yes.
Okay, so then it's plus my proficiency, so 22.
Yeah, 100%. You pass this. You pass this very easily. You're now, instead of in 10th place as you were before, you sort of ramp this half pipe, and as you're coming down, you land directly on top of the 8th place person and just completely crush the vehicle.
Sorry. You okay back there?
You see this flat, pixelated thumbs up stick out from the side of the wreckage. Who's next?
Hell yeah, Gary!
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Here we go. Death. Well, I can't drive. A 7.
Oh no.
Oh, Relina.
It begins.
You get that anxiety, right? Because you've never fucking driven before, especially a motorcycle. So you get that anxiety. So you're like trying to take some time to judge the leap, and you're able to make the leap, but you have fallen back in place and further back in the pack and closer to the rolling steel pinball.
Oh, Relina.
Wrap the pinballs closer to us.
Yeah, Relina, because you have to make the jump.
I tried.
You have to.
Stacy, how about you?
I'm like clinging to you.
52 in the Lamborghini.
The 15.
15 is enough. 15 will grant you just normal jumping and leaping. You pull up right behind Gary. You are able to dodge the wreckage of the crashed and flattened car that he landed on, and you make your way down through the half pipes. There's turns that are coming up. They are hairpin turns. You see the virus starts to try and drift to. Yes, Zen, what's up?
Can I, even though I'm not driving, can I do an action?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So cool things that henchins get are their network weapons, which is basically my my katana that I have. As a bonus action, because I am a power mask henshin, I can transform my melee weapon into a ranged weapon.
Sick.
And so I, as a bonus action, I transform my katana into this long bow, and this like ethereal bowstring like comes out of my katana, and I aim a shot and try to shoot one of the tires out of the virus's car.
Okay, cool. I will say if it's a longbow, you do have the range, so you can roll to hit.
Okay, let me. And I am proficient with that. So 14. It's going to be a 16 altogether.
You will hit, roll damage.
Okay. Shoot. I don't have the longbow damage written down. I think it's a. Is it a
D10?
Is it a D10?
I want to say it's a D10. Let's make it a D10 right now.
Okay. All right. I thought I had that written down. I guess I didn't.
And people can correct this later, and it's fine.
Yeah, whatever. So plus. It's gonna be 12 damage altogether.
You meet the threshold to actually puncture the tire, and it does so. And the tire sort of has its back left tire. The tire does spin out and starts to flatten a little bit as your ethereal arrow or whatever form of animation it was sort of pixelates into dust. But yes, nice. You've made it have disadvantage on this next check that it will be performing, which it will do so to drift around this hairpin turn. So it's got to make a strength check to see if you do this and hold on to the wheel at disadvantage because you popped a tire, a quintessential tire for drifting, I would say. Right, good thing it has disadvantage for y'all. All right, no, it fails this check.
Ooh.
Sort of like drift, it bounces into the wall a little bit, damaging the car. It takes a time to rev the engine back up, but it does continue to go. You guys now perform the same check. I believe, Gary, you are in first position to do in the line, so you go ahead and roll.
This was not so good. I think that's an 8.
An 8 will not. An 8 will not. The monster truck is big and heavy.
So what I was actually trying to do was basically broadside it into the because he kind of hit the railing. So I was basically just aiming to try and ram him into the railing, but he moved away. So
just Zen and Rocky are knocked around in the bed of the truck. You retain your same position. You don't lose any. You're fine. All right. Lena and Rat.
I'm gonna try.
No. I apologize. Stacy, you're next in line. I apologize.
No. I thought it was them.
Well, they're further back behind.
You moved up.
Oh.
You moved up.
So in this one, we're adding our strength, not our dex, or is it all dex the whole time?
It's strength this time.
Strength is okay.
Oh.
It's a 13.
A 13. A 13 is just enough. You're able to drift a little bit. You see Sad Frog 52 out the window with his gun, just sort of like bobbing his head and drift around. He's firing bullets into the air. You guys actually zoom past Gary and Zen in the monster truck. You just peace sign out the window to them.
Bye!
Or wave.
No. I do this. I'm like drifting and I'm like this.
Oh. I still wave and I shout, "That's not nice!"
Now, Relena, Rat, I apologize. What do you?
I'm using a different D20. We'll see.
Oh la la.
Oh yeah, bitch! It's a 7.
Oh no. You cannot handle this turn. You slam into the same spot that the virus did, and as you're trying to get the engine to start again because you knocked something loose, you all hear the rumbling of the steel ball coming down.
Oh no!
The track, and it's right fucking behind you. And
Rat, are you sure this was a good idea?
You know what? Maybe not. Maybe we can.
you have time to
try
do a hot
again.
switch. You have time to do a hot switch.
Yeah, let's tagging you out, Relena.
Tagging.
Do a fire
Good
drill.
job. Very good job. We'll take a break.
Just Mario Kart double
That
dash.
turns.
Relena, I'm very
I really
proud.
thought that I made some progress on that turn there. Thank you so much.
You know, I would say maybe one, from a 6 to a 7. I would say you might be learning.
Yeah.
Remember,
I just don't want to risk my life.
Yeah, thanks.
You do have the milk slammer, the POG, that allows you to get a natural 20 if you ever need it. Just throwing that out there.
Relena doesn't. This never crosses her mind. So, Rat.
Oh, well, it's too late now, right?
It is too late now. I'm saying for next time.
Okay. Well, again, Relena, very proud of you. You did your best. Try again next time.
Okay.
You see in front of you, as you are now driving, there is a section of the road where the panels are shifting of the road are shifting side to side in a certain pattern. So you see the virus driving. It has to make a wisdom saving throw to sort of guess the pattern that that the panels are taking.
It's so fun.
And it fails. It fucking fails. Hell, this thing sucks at driving. It tries to guess a panel. Its bad wheel gets caught on like the side of the next one, and it sort of does a flip, and it lands sort of upside down right in front of the finish line. And you can all see the virus sort of crawling out from underneath the wreckage of its car. Stacy, I believe you're in front now, and it is your turn. Yeah, please give me a wisdom saving throw to guess this pattern.
That is a natural 20.
You do.
Hey!
Your Lamborghini through these shifting squares of road. And you're within reach to be able to see the virus. As you can see, only partially it's crawling out from the other side of the car.
Am I allowed? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
Am I allowed to attack it?
How would you like to attack it?
So I would like to grab Frog Boy. Mm-hmm. And be like, hey, take over driving, and grab my chainsaw and jump out the window. Lollipop chainsaw style.
I was just going to say hit it with the car.
Oh yeah, I can do that
Chainsaw is
too.
so much more fun.
I mean, that is more fun. The chainsaw
Also,
is
now
sick.
see as she leaps out the car, Sad Frog 52 with his hand, he just pops into the driver's seat and is now driving without shit.
Can the car hit him too? I mean, I rolled a 20.
Sad Frog 52 plays first-person shooters. He doesn't do racing games. So
Never.
we'll go ahead and roll to hit. Go ahead and roll to hit with your chainsaw.
What do I add to this? I'm sorry.
Your strength and your proficiency.
Okay. That's a 21.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Damage, hang on. I think it's a 12.
Okay.
I
12
think a D12.
does dig into.
One D-
Oh.
Yeah, D12. Sorry. Oh, yeah, 12.
Alright, there you go. 12 damage. Excellent. Very good hit. Gary,
I like this app.
Gary, Zan.
Oof. Okay, how far away are we from Rat and Rolina?
You are quite a bit away. They are currently in last place. You guys are
And we
back in the.
still have to make the wisdom save, right?
You will have to make the wisdom save if you continue.
Yeah, basically,
Gauntlet.
like I'm wondering if we can like go back and pick them up, but if they're too far away, then
Maybe.
I think we run the risk of getting hit by the pinball then.
right.
I'm gonna call
No,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. I got it. We'll be there.
Okay, all right. So I'll try the wisdom saving throw. That's a 17.
You do pass. And the monster truck is big and like, tough to navigate around this because the
But what are the
road are, yeah,
what are the walls of the racetrack? What are they like?
they're rubber band bumpers in a pinball machine.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna bounce from one side to the other to get across.
Easy.
Can Adam, can I fire another shot off at the virus since he's out of the car?
Yeah, it's visible.
Cool. That is a 19.
Yeah.
Yes. That is going to be... That is 15 points of damage.
Oof.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh.
Good. The virus is itself now beginning to look like as if it's glitching out.
Ooh.
So, all right, back at the pack, Rat. Let's see what you got.
All right. Also, is there what are the bonuses for this one?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. 15. Does that work?
As you drive to these panels, the rolling pinball is right behind you,
Oh, Lord.
rushing and singing along the road. You can actually see it in your rear view mirror, and there's the classic words, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. And you and you're not staring at the pinball, you're staring at the reflection of yourself looking back at the pinball in the pinball.
Jesus Christ.
And you reach the panels and you're like, fuck, if I don't make this, I am dead. We are dead. We are super dead.
Yeah.
And you're just, it's like planets aligning. Panels just match up to where it just creates one singular fading road that will disappear very quickly, but you just you beam it. You beam it across a piece of road. And the panels shift away, the pinball rolls into the hole, and just drops down into nothing. And you see on the screen above the glass, above you all, high score, 10,000 points.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Relina! One day, this will be you.
And you all are able to see the virus in front of you, which is now sort of reached, just stood up. A rat.
Am I able to laser at it?
Yes, you can. You can certainly laser.
Yeah.
If you have time.
20. Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
20 will hit.
20 is filthy.
6.
6 damage. Excellent.
6
Very
points.
good. Very good. Very good. All right. Good. Your blast seems to be absorbed by the virus as it just corrupts something inside of its carapace.
Ew.
You see an explosion from within inside the virus, and it just sort of disappears,
Oh.
leaving a portal behind.
Oh. All right, in we go.
All right, y'all, let's hop on through. I think we're getting to this final level.
I grabbed Frog Boy out of the car
Excellent.
and dragged him with me.
Like a drag noodle legs, terrified half corpse with you.
Are we gonna
Actually, wait, how big is he?
He's medium sized. He's just standard. He's like 5'9".
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was like an avatar, like this big, and I was just gonna pick him up and put him under my shoulder. But it's fine.
You can throw him
I'll
over
just drag
your
him.
shoulder, right?
Nah, I don't.
Charlotte?
I just did my nails.
Zen, are we gonna do it?
Wait, what?
Are we gonna?
Just get in the portal.
You all jump through the portal. You are teleported. We're going to take a break here in a second before this final thing. Here at around 10:15, we'll take another break. So just keep that in mind. You teleport through another portal. You find yourself in a metal stairway. You can see above you there's an open door to what looks like a rooftop. It's raining and thundering and lightning outside. You can see the glitchy, corrupted footprints on the steps of this metal stairway leading up to this open doorway. If you look behind you and down, you can see that down the steps filling this shaft is a pool of bubbling, noxious green acid. That seems to be just staying where it is, but it does fill the stairwell all the way up to the point where you have spawned in.
Can I try and track the glitch using the track the virus using the glitching footprints?
Yes, roll that.
Oh yeah, that's a 27.
Wow.
You can see that little yellow line with crackling energies just sort of arcs its way from your eyes, bounces off of one glitchy spot in the steps, and then bounces off of another and another and another, like a rock skipping on a pond, all the way up to the empty doorway and out. And you all hear a swirling boom of thunder.
So I turn to everyone else, and I'm actually like a two-dimensional sprite. Like very well, designed, but I'm two-dimensional, and I basically say, I've got a beat on him. And when I do that, in visual novel form, a picture of me slides in and says, the text appears and then slides back out.
Oh, nice!
Excellent.
And then I go going up the stairs in my
While watching him go, Zen's gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, have y'all noticed something weird about Gary?
He's just so chiseled, isn't he?
He's been looking good.
Chef's
Got that strong jaw.
Chef's kiss roleplay. I love it.
Me and Rocky are gonna run after Gary as well.
Excellent. Cool. So you guys follow Gary up the steps, out this doorway, and you are greeted by a slightly disturbing, gory visual. You can see it's a rooftop, dark clouds all around you on the horizon. Thunder and lightning in this, I guess lightning in the sky. Thunder also in the sky, but it's a sound wave. Rain, digital rain pattering on the roof. You don't actually feel wet, because whatever reason.
Pixels.
Yes, pixels. You all hear when when you reach the roof, you hear Dorothy chime in and says,
Oh no! Not my favorite game! Ugh! All those hours. I was hoping to finish this boss battle after dinner tonight. Great. Just great.
and you see in your vision, Zen, the little red, not red, green visor over thing. It says, you have now entered 3D platformer, bugle and oboe.
Uh-oh. All right, y'all. I think the final boss is coming up here. So,
remember, there's a respawn point, I guess.
well, not in this game.
No?
Nope.
Then, Gary, you can, since you guys are in the front, you can see in front of you, on the right, this eviscerated corpse of this hippo in a lab coat, which Zen, give me a sort of video games, and Rat, give me a video games history check. Both of you can.
History. That's a flat 19.
Okay. You recognize this then from your backstory. I know a little bit about your backstory. The engineer who sort of put you back together had a video game console, and you regularly play this game, Bugle and Oboe, where the main villain's name is Dr. Hippocampus.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize this as the villain, now strewn about various gory body parts and innards everywhere. Not exactly the PG rating that the ESRB gave this game. You can see on the left a two-legged mauve dragon-like humanoid with a little backpack laying down, sort of clutching its leg. Out from the backpack pops this little spider monkey wearing a flat cap.
Yep, that seems about right.
Nothing about this seems about right.
Well, no, yes, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure the virus was the cause of this.
And you can see directly
Absolutely.
in front of you, toggling, just sort of taking its extended 14 fingers and sort of messing with the code in front of it, pulling up a console, typing things here and there. You can now see in a third arm that it has spawned, it is holding a briefcase.
Ooh.
The mauve dragon, which Zen you recognize as Bugle, stands up and says, "Hey, who are you? You're not gonna march in here and try and conquer the world. I'm gonna save the world from you, and I'm gonna rescue all my dragon friends." And then you see the virus sort of take its fingers and on one hand and just sort of group them all together, and a blast of lightning shoots out and hits Bugle, and they just incinerate in a puff of dust.
Yep, that sounds about right as well.
Yep. So, the virus turns, sees you all, and readies its fingers into these sword-like blades.
Oh, Lord.
You all right?
16.
And
8.
any of the damage that we've done be factoring into this at all?
It is. Trust me, I would never
18
erase damage that you have done. 18 for Stacy, 16 for Rat.
11 for me.
11 for Lane.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty. Wait, how is it dirty? What are we adding to initiative?
Dexterity.
Your dexterity modifier.
Oh, then it's a 15 for me.
Oh, but a 12 for me.
12 for you. Okay. And then 15 for Rat. Let's second. I'm going to get this all in order. It's 10:10. We're gonna take a short little break here, and then we'll be back at around 10:25, 10:30. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Wrap this up and get you all home, and there we go. All right. So let me switch over here and get the music started.
Woohoo!
Back. Yay! All right. So I think we all got everyone's initiative last time. I'm just gonna run through that. Let me just do a quick check to make sure everything is working.
Yeah,
Oh yes, Mike. What did you use inspiration for?
I used my inspiration to re-roll, so I ended up with a 13 instead of an 8.
No, that's still excellent. All right, so the order for initiative is Zen, Stacy, Rat, Gary, Relena, and then because the virus rolled fucking horribly, it goes last. But
Fuck that guy.
yes, fuck that guy indeed. So Zen, the virus is standing in front of you, and it realizes, oh shit! As if it has a meta knowledge of things, you see a look on its face as a screen pops up of the turn order for everyone's visibility just to your left, and it has the list of what turns it goes in. And you see the virus over, it looks at you, it looks over, and then it just has a sad crying face in it's on its where its face should be. So
Yeah.
Zen, what would you like to do? How would you like to wrap this thing up?
So I see that happen, and I say, "Well, partner, I'll tell you this much. You're gonna be in for a world of hurt." And I look at Rocky and I say, "Rocky, let's rock him." And Rocky stands on its hind legs, and you see him start to grow in size, and you see its head, his jaw starts opening up, and you see a face emerge from in between, and you see his arms kind of click a little bit, and he starts becoming more humanoid as he starts growing in size, and Zen leaps up into the air and inserts himself inside of Rocky's chest as Rocky is now in his Exozord form.
That's amazing.
Excellent.
Thank you. Yes, excellent.
Yes. So, just really quick, just a quick rundown of what happens. So, Rocky is now in his Exozord mode, which means our hit points is an addition. So it's my hit points plus his current hit points. So just for transparency, that means it is now, our total hit points is now 64. Let's see. You see once he transforms, he actually reaches back behind and grabs his tail, and it transforms into a katana, which is our ultra weapon. Which it does the same amount of damage as my weapon, except the damage dice is multiplied by 2, and it has a reach of +5. My strength and dexterity score is now switched, and the Exozord's AC is the same as my AC. So Exozord. Yes, the Exozord, as Zen is now piloting Rocky, the Exozord. And it's pretty big. I think they become large constructs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So, as Gary sees this, he's just going to call up, "Hey, did you ask permission?"
And you hear a big booming voice, like it's a combination of Rocky's voice and Zen's voice, and it says, "I always have permission." As Rocky swings down his katana tail at the virus.
Katana.
I'm going to make a rule that it's going to be a free reaction for the virus to shit code. So, there you go.
That's fair. All right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, hold on. 1 second. just so you know, Adam, to keep me honest, the Exozord can only stay in this form for half of my level plus my proficiency bonus. So half my level would be 1 plus proficiency. So I can only stay in this Exozord for 3 rounds.
Okay, cool.
So I will make sure this is the first round, so I'll mark a tally just to make sure.
Okay, cool. If you want, I can also keep tally if that will help.
Sure, just in case. Just in case I forget. All right, so rolling to attack. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we do 2 double damage. Okay. And that is it's going to be 24 points of slashing damage. As Rocky's katana tail kind of just slashes across the virus's chest, and you see Rocky do a 360.
My God.
Almost as if it has like roller skates on the bottom of it.
Fucking cool.
This change.
It does that, and it strikes like a JoJo pose where it like
Oh my God.
puts peace signs up.
Right.
This is fine. No.
Go.
This is why this character is my main.
Yeah. Help with the band.
Would you like to give the virus a healing potion or something?
I do have that healing kit.
Oh yeah, that's my turn.
Oh, right. I have to roll for Sad Frog 52.
Yeah, go for Bay.
All right, we're gonna say he goes after Gary, but before Relena.
My heart.
All right.
Pension class.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
So awesome.
All right. Stacy, what do you do?
So I got my chainsaw. I am going to use Thunderous Smite again with the chainsaw. And I'm going to turn to Frog Boy. And I'm going to be like, stay here. And then,
He nods.
wait, what? Okay. Here you go. Oh, no, wait, where are my stats? Shit. Here you go. Oh, sorry, shoot. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
18.
18 to hit. 18 will hit.
Yay. That's a 1d12. Do I add anything to that? I'm sorry.
You will add your strength bonus, I think.
My strength.
Chainsaw, I think that's right.
Okay. So, sorry, let me do math.
No.
And then Thunderous Smite.
So it has to make its con save, which it fails. Of course.
Okay.
So that's it's pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone, and you do an additional 2d6 thunder damage to it.
And that's not added, and nothing is added to that?
Nothing is added to that damage.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing math really fast.
Fine.
That's 15.
15 damage total? Okay.
Yes, so I'm so sorry. The 4 and the 2, so 6 of it is thunder damage.
Okay. Okay. You see it takes the full amount. Thank you, though, for separating that. Let me see. You see it be blown back, knocked prone 10 feet away from you. It's currently laying on the ground, and you see it sort of... Its eyes and its mouth just sort of open wide in like a ghastly scream, and white light starts to pour out, and glitchy lines of code seem to stream from in between its metal tubular veins and muscles under its carapace. You can see. I need all of you who are next to the creature Savvy, Zen, and Stacy. I need you all to make intelligence saving throws.
All right. 15 for Rat.
Oh, I apologize, Rat. It's only Zen and Stacy.
Oh, I thought you said all of us.
Yeah.
The 15 for Stacy.
Oopsie.
Oh, 17.
Okay, good. You all you pass. Let me see. You pass, so you aren't affected by the effect that goes with this. However, you will take some. What's it called? You will take some necrotic damage as the blast that emanates from this virus sort of destabilizes your the code that makes up your physical forms. Oh no! Really? Fuck. Okay, fine. 3 necrotic damage.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Okay, Mr.
Oh, I think I might die.
Okay, fine. Okay. That's how we'll play. Okay. Alright.
A skirt.
That was its reaction. So I believe Rat, it is your turn.
I want to smash its face in with my brass knuckles.
Yeah,
Where
punch
did
that
that dice
mofo.
That's going to be an 18. Does it hit?
Yeah.
Wait, does she have advantage because it's prone?
She does. It is
Yep.
prone.
Oh, so then what is that? What's my advantage? Oh,
Roll another d20. Try to get that nat.
19. Oh!
Damn.
So not quite. It's a 19. Will it hit?
Yes. It
All right, that's going to be 11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage to the face. Very nice. You just pound it into the...
Aura.
Excellent. Do you say that in that tone as you punch it? Aura.
Fucking aura.
Excellent. All right.
I guess I do say that now. No.
All right, excellent job, Rat. Gary, it is your turn.
So it's still prone, so I have disadvantage to hit it from a distance. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull out my bolter, and I'm going to use my what do you call it? My gunslinger ability to add +1 to my ranged attacks. I'm actually going to ready an action so that when it stands up, I'm going to pop it with the bolter.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
The bolter, by the way, is it's like a chrome plated, like probably like an automatic 45 is what it looks like. And it printed on the side, it says AG is for glitches, and AG is like in the periodic table, like square.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I'm basically just holding it at the ready so that when he stands up, I'll shoot him.
Nice. Very good.
Nice.
I love it. Let me see. Okay, good job. Sad Frog takes your cue. He sort of sidesteps up to you, and you see he's still holding his pistol. He turns to you, Gary, nods a little bit, and then he turns and faces and looks with his pistol at the virus, and he too will ready an action to shoot the virus when it stands up.
Look at Sad Frog with the plays.
He's learning.
He is.
I look at Frog Boy and I'm just like, oh.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
You know, since we're in the final boss fight, I might as well use some more key points since I got them. I might as well use them.
Unload.
I guess I should play with the flurry of blows thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that lets me attack a bajillion times. Right?
Exactly 1 bajillion times.
Yes. Talk me through that. I mean, I'm gonna just.
So you make an unarmed attack.
Okay.
And then you spend a key point. And that lets you make 2 additional unarmed attacks as a bonus action.
In addition to the one I already can, the one bonus action I already can make. Yep. So that means
it uses your bonus action.
So I instead of doing 2 unarmed strikes, I get 3 unarmed strikes.
Exactly.
But I have to see if it hits first before I can key point.
You can still spend the key point even if you miss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so like if you miss with your attack, you can still spend a key point to use your bonus action to do your flurry of blows.
Okay, cool. Let's see what happens.
You'll basically still be rolling to hit for all 3 attacks, essentially.
Okay.
And he's prone, so you get advantage on all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, the first one definitely hits. That's a 22. Should I see how many hit first and then roll for damage?
Please do.
Okay, so that's the first one. I'm not going to roll again. I don't need to. I will roll again for the second roll because I got a 3. That's better. 21 for the second one. Oh.
Good hit.
I'm going to roll again for the third. Does an 11 hit?
11 will not hit.
Okay, so I hit 2 of the 3.
Okay, cool.
And that was after. Okay.
So we know their AC is somewhere between 11 and 21.
All right. Okay. 1d6 plus 2, so I'll do that twice. 5 plus 9. I do 9.
9 damage.
9 bludgeoning.
Nice.
Very good. Very excellent.
I used another key point.
Very good. All right. Excellent. Relena, very good go. It is the virus's turn. The virus does stand up, and you see in big block Joker letters above the what's it called? The visible screen that displays the
stats bar.
Yeah, the status bar and the turn order. You see above the virus, its green health bar goes all the way down. It depletes, right, to nothing, and then a yellow health bar appears.
No.
And you hear stage 2.
Mother.
And you see the virus as it stands up. A glitchy line starts to go down the center of its face, and you see its face splits into 2 faces, and it goes all the way down the body.
So gross.
Sort of replicates itself into 2 forms.
Of course it does.
Do we do we still get our ready actions on it, or do we have to wait until after it splits?
Up. Yes, you do.
Okay.
You can choose to attack the form, and that can go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if its health bar is like, going to a new one, I'm going to wait for the next health bar. If possible.
Go to the new one. But yes, it does stand up. You and Sad Frog 52.
Sad Frog.
It's all right, guys. If I've learned anything from RPGs, at least it's yellow and not purple. Yeah. Because if it was purple, we'd have 4 more health bars to deplete.
Oh my god.
That's an 18.
Good. 18 hit. 18 will hit. Sadfrog also hits. His little
Yes.
5 pops off around into the shoulder of one of them and hits and does 3 damage. So there we go.
Beautiful.
Does
I
13.
pat him on the head.
It's piercing damage.
13. What damage?
Piercing.
Piercing. Okay.
Piercing. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice and excellent. All right. So, the virus, after it stands up, splits into 2 forms. You see, it's the little sword hands of one of the viruses sort of merge into one, and it extends and it grows these 2 huge blades of axe as its 2 hands. And the other one, you can see grow the sword hand on its right grows longer, and then the sword hand on its left flattens out into a shield-like apparatus. The one with the great axe will take a swing at you and your exosword.
Yeah, let's do it. Go for it.
I believe a natural 20 is going to hit.
Shit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Yes, it will. Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. That's going to be 19 slashing damage.
Ooh.
All right. It's all right. I can take a hit.
It's gonna roll to attack again.
Oh.
That's a dirty 20.
Ah.
Yep, that'll hit as well.
Oof.
That's going to be just another 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Who is... Oh, yes, Rat, you did punch it in the face. The one with the sword and shield squares off to you, raises its sword, and starts to slash you.
They each get 2 attacks?
Each get 2.
Oh, world. Oh, Lord.
No, this is unacceptable.
Does a 19 beat your AC?
Yes, it does.
That's going to be
Oh shit.
slashing damage.
Whoops. Down to 6.
It rolls to hit again.
Oh!
That's fine. It only rolled an 11? Yeah, it only rolled an 11. Does that...
Oh, does not touch me.
All right, there you go. Then you're fine.
Aura.
For now.
Doesn't touch.
Very good. Okay, so,
Look, that was tense.
Zed, what would you like to do?
I mean, for now, the only thing that I can really do is attack. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go after the one with the battle axe, and you hear my voice and Rocky's voice combined. Looks at the one with the battle axe, and we say, "Oh my wa mo shinderu,"
Oh my gosh, Shinderu.
and that is a natural 20.
Yeah!
Oh shit.
Wow, hack the planet, baby. Hack
Hack the planet!
All right. I'm sorry. I did not mention this. I was gonna, and if we don't have to, if not, but I actually two-hand my katana.
Go with it. Go with it.
Okay,
It's first,
cool.
You can do that.
Awesome. So I do. So it already does double damage. So do I roll?
Roll 2.
Do I roll?
Or however
Right.
damage it is.
Well, so for the ultra weapon, it already does 2. So then would I roll 4?
Roll 4.
Okay.
You would fucking roll 4. Holy shit.
Large creatures.
You can cut the tension with the knife, folks.
Yeah, I know, right?
We all gonna die.
Rat sitting there with 6 fucking hit points. Shit.
Oh my god.
When you crit, do you add the modifier to the crit as well?
Only once. You had it only once.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So it would be 48 points of damage.
Shit. 48. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay. One.
Thank goodness.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. This is okay. This is okay.
This is fine.
This is why I love Zen.
Sure. All right.
Should have been a henshin. Damn.
What do you? Is there anything else you would like to fucking do, Zen? I don't know.
I mean, that's the only thing I can do. So,
Stacy, you're up. No, good work, Brayden. Good work.
hey,
Okay.
thank you so much.
I am going to keep with the chainsaw because it is my highest weapon. So I am going to cast reviving smite. Yes. So touch a magical weapon to imbue it with magical energy. The weapon does an additional 1d4 force damage each time it strikes for the duration of the spell, and then I can cast the spell again during the duration of the first casting on the same weapon to add an additional 1d4 force damage each time you cast the spell onto that weapon.
Cool.
So that's like turn-wise. Cool. All right, so that's this turn one. Okay. So I'm gonna roll for the chainsaw, for the lollipop chainsaw.
As you literally and figuratively rev up your chainsaw.
Yeah.
We haven't taken a short rest at all, have we?
Nope.
Like when we were sitting on the motorcycle.
Nope. This is a race against time.
17.
17 will hit.
Okay. Deal.
I'm sorry. Which one are you aiming for? Great Axe or the Sword and Shield?
Which one is closer to me?
You can choose. They're both equidistant.
Which one, Brayden? Which one did you just hit?
The one with the great axe.
Should I go for that one?
The one with the sword and shield is staring down Rat, who looks rather injured. You can see her health bar above her head is like getting really low.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Thank you, friend.
I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, friend.
That
I
will
love
hit
you.
Even with the 17.
What do you mean even a 17? That's a good hit. That's a good roll.
And I'm sorry, I add what? I will learn this, I promise.
You will add your strength to this damage.
So that's a 2. Okay, so that's a 13.
Okay.
Yes, that's a 13. That's a 13 for that, and then with the, and then I have to roll a 1d4. And that's a 4.
Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Excellent. Whose turn is up? That would be Rat. It is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna. Here I go for the sword and shield guy on my ass. That's gonna be a 17. Oh, there's a little bug on me. That's
no.
Why am I always getting bugs during this? Ooh, 17.
17 will hit.
For my rat. I draw my short sword for my short stature, and I roll. Is it 11?
11. Wow.
Hey!
Very nice. All right. You stab right through it. In your head, you hear dee doo dee doo dee doo dee doo dee doo.
Ooh.
For your low health status.
Oh.
Yes. It's slightly droning, and you're like, "Fuck! Can you just warn me twice? I get it."
Yeah. I can't back up, can I? I can't jump away.
You can, but it'll take an attack of opportunity if you choose to.
Oh, well then, no thanks to that. I'm going to just stand right here like a brave old lady.
Excellent tactical choice. Let's see. Very good, Gary. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly turn to Sad Frog and be like, "Sad Frog, cover me." And the little Gary image comes in and says, "Let's go," and then goes back. And I'm gonna run up towards Rat and pull out the medical kit and fumble around to use it on Rat somehow.
Beautiful.
All you literally have to do is touch it to her body, and it just disappears, and you see her health bar go up. Rat, you can roll 2d4 and then add 2 to that.
Okay.
Literally, like, I'm trying to open it, and like I look back to Sad Frog, and I'm like, and he's just like. And so I touch it to your head, basically.
I got 8.
Excellent. So you gain 8 hit points back.
14. Kudos.
And
Kudos.
I'll basically be standing like right there next to you and Sword and Shield guy, and like I still have my gun.
Big old kudos to you.
See how this goes.
No.
That's all I got.
All right. Excellent. Sad Frog 52 will take your advice and cover you, and he'll aim for Sword and Shield guy, and he'll fire off a round in its.
Yo.
I love this kid.
Yeah. No.
I'm so sorry I shot him.
Stay.
He hits. Damn. Why is my noob NPC rolling better than the virus? That's okay. He hits it for 4 damage, which isn't,
Wow.
pretty good.
Nothing to sneeze at.
All right, let's see. That's his turn. Relena.
Okay. Which one took 48 points of damage?
That would be Great Axe.
And but that wasn't the one that was closer to Rat, correct?
That is true. Sword and Shield virus replicant is closer to Rat.
How much damage has that one taken?
That one, it appears they are sharing a health bar from what your vision can tell.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll go after. I'll swing at the one near Rat as well, since she helped us survive the motorcycle incident.
Just a matter of.
I'm gonna do. What are some of these other key things?
So
Deflect missiles obviously won't assist me, but what would patient defense do?
That'll give you the ability to bonus action dodge, which is really good when these things have 2 attacks. So if it chooses to attack you, it attacks at disadvantage until the beginning of your next turn.
So I would spend that key point as a reaction.
As a bonus action on your turn. So you won't be able to do multiple attacks using your bonus action, but you will be in a better place if you get attacked before the beginning of your next turn. Does that make sense? It's like it lasts. It doesn't use your reaction. It uses your bonus action now, and then until the beginning of your next turn, every attack against you is at disadvantage.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Let's experience it all. So, yeah, I'll bam just one
Nice. Okay.
with my knuckles
Roll to hit.
and see if it hits.
Is that with the mechanical arm?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure it hits. It's a 16.
Yes, it will.
Great. 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
Very good hit. Very good hit.
Palpable.
And I'll go ahead and set my key point for patient defense to be on the safe side.
Nice.
Very excellent. So as you punch one of the virus replicants, it actually staggers back into the other replicant. And
Ooh.
you see the light forming around both of them as they seem
Oh shit.
to merge into one another as the yellow health bar depletes, and then a red health bar appears. And
Oh, good.
final stage. Fight! And they merge together, and you see this glowing form grow in size. And as the virus reappears, it is this hulking behemoth with what appears to be one hand grasping a shoulder cannon, and the other hand is literally just a maul. And it's
Yo, that cannon.
as a large creature
Cool.
and faces you all.
Oh.
Yeah,
Great.
Relena, it's going to take a swing at you with the maul.
Okay. But it rolls at disadvantage.
Oh, right, it does. Shit, thank you.
Smart move.
It rolled an 18 for the first. It rolled a 16 for the second. Let me check the bonuses real quick. Plus bonuses, that's going to be 23.
Oh no, my armor class is 15.
Ah!
Okay. So it doesn't seem, it's not a critical hit, so that's good, right?
I don't have anything to write with.
That's
on my phone.
14 bludgeoning damage as it slams down onto you.
Yikes. Okay.
With the arm cannon, it faces and looks towards second. Sad Frog 52 is safe for now.
I just got
You see it sweeping over Sad Frog 52, and Sad Frog 52 is just looking around for cover, just crouching up and down. But it turns and it faces Gary instead. You see it charging up, and then it
That's right. Right here.
unleash a burst of energy. I believe a non-natural 21 will hit with that.
Yeah, that will hit.
Holy shit. You're going to take 10 fire damage. Well, I guess really radiant damage if it's a laser, as it just sort of plows you right in the chest.
Okay.
Okay. And then that's its turn. It's just sort of standing there, and you can
Chest hair is singed.
and you can see, just all of you for reference, you can see that its carapace looks thicker and more prominent and maybe a bit tougher. So, Zen, it is your turn.
Oh, just out of curiosity, how far away is this thing from me?
This thing is like now 15 feet away from you.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So this is the top of the third turn. So this is the last turn that I can be in my Exozord form.
Look them up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it with double-handed tail Tana.
Very good.
Skeltana.
Roll it.
Oh, so close. Ugh. I got a 19, but with everything, it's a 20. It's a 25.
That'll hit.
Almost a natural 20. So close. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. All right.
19 points of slashing damage.
All right, that takes that straight to the chest as like gashing bits of ones and zeros start to like fly out of this open wound.
Yeah, and then can I use some movement to try and flank it?
Yeah.
To try. Yeah. Okay. I'll use a couple of feet of movement to try and flank it.
You all see this intricate, slow-moving, well, not really slow, but intricate dance of these two large titans as they maneuver around this small roofed battlefield. But yes, you are now flanking it. Stacy, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am gonna do the second. What is it? Revving smite again. So that's gonna give me the 2d4.
Okay.
And I'm still gonna keep with the chainsaw.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Tear it up.
Also, so can I use movement to put Frog Boy behind me? Okay. I'm putting it. I'm just gonna go yoink.
Protect the
and put it
frog.
right behind me.
Protect.
Yoink the boy.
Frog.
We're gonna log out of this computer and find out that he's 12.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about this, and I should have done this on my last turn. I think we should give Kelsey the pog.
Oh yeah.
Because you can nat 20. You can just get a nat 20 on this attack roll.
Which will crit with your smite, which is...
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, perfect.
It's time.
Excellent choice. So
It's time.
I just. So wait, hang on, wait. I just want to show everybody what I. Oh shit! Can I?
Oh no.
Wait.
Ooh.
Yeah, that looks
It
sick.
was a 19 anyway.
So close.
So you do crit, which means you don't have to roll again, obviously. All you have to do is roll damage, which is you just roll your chainsaw dice twice, and then you roll, I guess, now 44 for the revving smite.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Okay.
completely forgot about that pog. I wish I used it last turn, but I'm glad that.
Yeah.
Let me math. I'm sorry.
Also, Paladin suggestion. You still have
Yeah.
Divine Smite uses, don't you?
I do. I don't know if I do or not. I didn't see it in my sheet.
I believe
They're just spell slots.
Yeah.
So if you have spell slots, you can still Divine Smite.
I would use a Divine Smite here because that dice will also be doubled.
Okay.
So you'll just roll
I only
an
have
extra
one.
2d8.
That's my last spell slot. Okay.
It's a good time to use it.
It's a good
Yeah.
time to use it as
Great. Great. Okay. So what am I rolling?
All right, yeah. Let me figure this out real quick.
Yeah.
So you're rolling. What's the damage die on the chainsaw?
1d12.
Okay, so you're rolling 2d12.
Okay.
You will be rolling 4d4.
Okay.
Then, lastly, sorry, getting to the page. I know we're running close.
If it's a first level spell slot, it would be 3d8, right?
Let me see. This is not an undead creature. 1 second. Or a fiend. Hold on 1 moment. I'm getting to it.
No, it'd be 2. I think it's 2.
So you will roll then, on top of that, an extra 4d8.
Yeah. 2d12, 4d4, 4d8.
D8.
All right, let's beat that 48, Kelsey.
Okay. All right. Just give me, since I'm doing it all on the app, I have to like roll each one a bunch of times. Okay. And then I add my strength bonus to my chainsaw, right?
Yes.
But only once.
Okay.
Once.
Yep.
Only the one. Okay.
I'm just waiting for this fucking number to be.
Gosh, I'm excited.
The maths.
I know. It's the most amount of math I've ever done in my life.
2d12, 44, 4d8. Insane.
It truly is.
Insane in the brain.
Critical hit is like the best time for a paladin to use.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I love how Braden and I were just basically like sports commentators, but like we're esports.
Except for
Oh yeah,
D&D.
it's the best time. Yeah.
And it's
So I never
like
thought of that.
You're both the commentators and you're both the color men. It's awesome.
I've
always said that I would love to see like competitive Dungeons and Dragons. Like I think that would be incredible. Like you have you have referees, you have DMs, and they just run everything like they do, and you have to get through the campaign as quickly as possible.
So like they have tournament play. It just basically would be that with announcers and commentary.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sports basically.
yes.
What was Brayden? What was the number?
I got 48.
Okay, mine's a 43.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, that's still
I know.
a great hit though.
I rolled 2 ones.
So that's still very good. That's still very good. Stacy, describe how for me
Oh,
you saw with chains this hulking virus creature.
oh my goodness.
Yo.
Where is Brayden? Where is your cat?
You mean Rocky? He's currently in Exozord mode, and we're
right, gosh.
Yes, he is.
so we basically I'll give you some flavor text. Basically, what happened was he on his rollerblades charged forward, sliced him across his chest, did like a 360 barrel roll spin so that now he was behind him.
Oh my goodness.
And this is the last turn that you can use it. So if you needed him to turn back into for dramatic effect, turn back into a cat, he could.
Yeah.
I would just like someone to yeet me really high. So that I
Frog boy. Frog boy.
Yo, he could do it.
Frog
Wait, can Frog boy?
You like Frog Boy puts his hands out like this, and you step into his foot, and with just a crazy amount of strength that you never would expect, he just goes, just like vaults you into the air.
Yes.
Bless him.
Okay, so that's what
he works those muscle groups so much.
So I say Frog Boy, and I run, and he already knows what I'm gonna do, he yeets me up. Yep, and I got my chainsaw, and as I'm coming down, I say to the thing, what's his name?
It's just a computer virus at this time.
The virus. I say, "You've yeed your last haul."
Oh my god.
And then Lollipop chainsaw.
You just see sparks and metal grinding and an explosion of data and just what looks to be maybe digital liquid oil just splashing everywhere as it sawed in half. And then you see popping out as if a little ball of light. This little ball of light pops out and lands sort of in the center of your group, and then when it hits the floor, it pops up as this floating, rotating briefcase. That's just sitting as an entity in this world. Let's say.
Is that the research?
Yeah, it's like a little label pops up if you look at it that says research.
Zen, let the kid know we have the package.
You see Zen hop out of Rocky, and Rocky starts to revert to its animal form, and taps the thing on his ear and says, "Hey, Dorothy."
Yes. Yes.
Just letting you know, we're coming back home to Kansas. And he grabs the case.
I would hurry if I were you. It seems you have bigger problems at this time.
You hear this revving like, and if you turn around, you see this ball void of energy is sucking in all the parts from the virus, and it's vibrating. And she says,
I would hurry up and get out of this drive if I were you. That virus is gonna go off and probably just delete everything on this disc. Hurry.
All right, Relina, it's time to yeehaw out of here.
She says it's gonna take a second for me to get the USB drive loaded up and formatted. Just hold on.
All right, do your thing, girl.
She could have done this before.
You all
Shit all the time.
You see all this door slowly rising, and then
Come on.
This vibrating ball of energy is just getting hotter. And from the looks of it, you don't think the door will be formed in time. You see Sad Frog 52. He looks at the door. He looks at you all. He looks at the void energy. You see him put away his gun, and he holds up a grenade. And he looks at you all, and he just sort of nods and crouches. He says, he just shakes his whole torso. He looks at you, Gary.
Oh my gosh.
You see typing 3 little buttons above. He says, "It's okay, buddy. Keep me on your friend list." And then you see Sad Frog 52.
Oh my god.
You see his little flip the spoon on the grenade, and he just jumps into the void of energy.
What a hero.
Inside, and you just hear this as a little explosion inside goes off, You see in your party listing on the screen over there a little red X pop over Sad Frog 52's avatar, but the void of energy dissipates into
Wow.
as it was about to explode.
Sad frog.
What a man, 0 to hero,
Yeah.
just like that.
We don't deserve
Gary,
him.
does the falls to his knees and goes, no, and then the little Gary pops up, exact same pose, no, across the screen.
Stacy's
All of a, I was
we're
gonna
all
say,
sad frogs now.
all of a sudden, a bunch of us see in our HUDs. For some reason, there were like people actually in this game as well, and you just start seeing like rips in the chat.
F's
in the chat.
Stacy's frog has.
Wait, Stacy just drops her chainsaw and is just like, frog boy.
You all get a little message in like an inbox that you didn't know existed in your brain now. And it says, guys, it's okay. I'm okay. I just died in the game. From 52.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
video
right.
games.
Well, that's handy.
Well, that kind of ruins the moment.
Yeah.
Such a
I feel like a nerd.
bites you in the
I
ass.
gotta stop hanging out with all of you guys. Like, what the fuck? I'm turning into a nerd.
What are you? This is the first time I've ever seen you before. This is not the first time I ever met you.
As you
Well-
guys are having this conversation, the door has completed its formation in this universe. So you can,
Oh well, let's go through.
Okay, bye.
Through.
Right. As you open the door, all of your bodies are sucked in through this portal, and then it's the same blinding tunnel of white light and kaleidoscope vision as your consciousness flies through this pipe, so it seems. And then the next thing you see is like little blocks of vision, like your vision pixelates in back to see the lab, and you see your hands start to pixelate back into your actual body with your fingers and such, as you see these beams of energy finish their stream from the 2 turrets that sit in the ceiling of this lab. And Dorothy is sitting there, and she just pops out this little USB and just puts it in a drawer. And she says, did you recover the research?
Yeah, I think so.
You find that you, oddly, are holding a physical briefcase. Also, Gary, you are holding the broken, bent bear.
The rifle, the sniper.
Interesting. Oh, also, Gary is like completely normal, except his mustache is gone.
Oh my!
It never materialized.
So your mustache, you actually see it lying full on the ground in front of you, and the little Roomba just comes over, drives over, and sucks it.
Aww.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. mustache. But yeah, so she takes the briefcase from you. She opens it to check and see that the contents are still there. She says, good. Yes, well, I want you to say thank you very much. Please tell Reggie that I appreciate him repaying the favor. I do have a little gift that I think would be appropriate for your efforts here. I was watching, and I noticed you made a friend. Well, I have another friend for you if you would like to indulge in a reward. Hold on 1 second. And she goes back to a filing cabinet, and let me see, I'm just reading what the rewards here are. Excuse me. Yes. She goes to a filing metal cabinet. She opens it up. She pulls out the circular device. It has a white top and a red bottom. It looks like it has 2 mechanical, like a mechanical toaster slot on it, if you will, with like the yellow and black stripes across. And she says, this is an interesting device that I was working on for people who would who would like to capture specimens and experiment or
The
make friends
Pokeball.
and study. It's not a Pokeball, Charlotte. Please. Those don't exist in the Retroverse. No. This is a basic creature container. And, alright, so just to read this off, it is a basic creature container, wondrous item common. When a creature of CR1 or lower reaches 0 hit points, you can use your action to try and capture them in this device. When thrown at the creature, the ball opens, converting the creature into blue energy, and then attempts to store the creature inside itself. There's a bunch of rules and things, but this one is full.
Oh.
There's something inside it. She holds it out.
I think you will find the
Oh.
quite adorable.
Oh.
Who does she hand
It's
it to?
Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah, Rat wants a friend, right?
I don't know who wants to take it and open it up.
Melina's okay. Melina's okay.
I'll take it.
Okay, Zen, you are now holding this basic creature container.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it and I say, well, Rocky could always use a friend, so come on out, little guy. And he throws it up in the air.
It pops open, and you see this blue energy shoot out, and it forms, and you see sitting, or standing, I guess, on all fours in the lab in front of you, a little corgi.
Oh, damn it! I missed a good opportunity.
The corny looks up at you. It sort of lolls its tongue out, and then it looks around and it barks. And when it barks, you see a fucking laser beam shoot out its throat.
Oh
And now
my
I'm gonna show you
god!
guys the laser pup.
Oh, the laser corgi!
Yes.
Laser
here you go.
pup.
There it is. He's cute as a button.
Oh,
Laser pup. He's wearing a shirt. God, he's great. He's a good little babe.
So
Yeah.
Here's our laser pup right here.
Oh,
Say-
Yeah. Hello.
that was so quick. You got him.
Hello.
Look at that. You got him.
So I have the stats on here. He has a laser bark. It is a +3 to hit, range 15 to 30, one target, but it does 4 fire damage. So there you go.
Gosh.
He has some cool stats, but yeah. The little text here says, "Don't try riding this one into battle." So,
I hear you loud and clear.
I believe other than that, let me make sure there aren't any other rewards. No, it's just the basic creature container. But there you go. It's a little corgi. He's your friend. He's your pal. You can summon him back into the ball, and he will, heal up and things like that. Like normal basic creature container mechanics.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, nothing that's ever been done before.
So
Right.
there you go. And with that, I think Dorothy's father, Timothy, will offer you all a ride back to the train station or parking lot, or back to...
There is the matter of the sangrias.
Oh, yes, the matter of the sangria.
Yes.
That you all are invited down after your tutoring session for a round of adult beverages, correct? And there we go. Thank you guys. That's it.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I really hope that Sad Frog 52 comes back next week.
Yes. Please.
As you all are stopped at a stop sign on your way back, you look over, and there's this kid on a bicycle. He's watching something on his cell phone, on his device, his smartphone, right? And then he just absent-mindedly looks over at the car. He looks at his cell phone. He looks over at the car, and then he looks back at his cell phone, and he says, "No."
Oh.
And he gets off his bike, and he knocks on the window, and he says, he just waves. You roll down.
What do you want, kid?
Hey,
Yeah, what do you want, kid?
I just wanted to ask you guys how you created these excellently accurate cosplays like so quickly.
I mean,
My wardrobe looks like this kid.
sometimes you just gotta be in the know, dude.
Okay, I get it. You guys are in character, fine. But I just want to tell you, this replication is impeccable. And you can look on his cell phone, and he's playing a stream from someone, like a recorded stream from someone's perspective of all of you doing all of the shit that you have been doing all the way up to, and including the perspective of someone holding a grenade, running into this void and jumping in. And as he does, you can see in the phone's chat of this Arcane iNetwork stream just a load of fucking F's and in the chat. And then you see this dude, this guy. He's about 19. He's got this electric red hair. He says, "Oh wait, what would he be? He's a hiveborn, which is kind of like a folk of insectoid heritage. His little crest. He's like a bee. There you go. He's like a bee with an electric red crest. He just looks and says, "Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Sad Frog 52, and I guess we'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye." And then you see it log off. And I think that's where we'll end.
Pour one out. Yeah.
Incredible.
So, did you guys enjoy?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Absolutely.
That was incredible.
Once again, love going into our cyberpunk present.
Oh man! So I think we have one more one shot that we're gonna do. We're gonna figure out the time the day and time we're gonna stream it. We're gonna let people know on Twitch, on Twitter, also I guess on Twitch as well, Facebook, and this will be going out on the podcast and on YouTube for anyone who might have missed it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. All right, everyone, say bye.
Bye.
Oh gosh.